already did that. There we go. Ooh, I'm fumbling through many different tabs, but here we are at the beginning of the draft between Shadow of Igris and Cosmic Nebula, and I am joined here in the booth by, I'm just going to call them the Knights of Ishtar because I tried to write out all the names on the thing and it was way too many names, but we have Frostbyte, DeathByVideoGame, and Etoe. How y'all doing, fellas? Welcome into the booth. I think maybe the first time for at least, you guys have probably all spent some time in here at some point, at least casting, but I know Frostbyte's a veteran of it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
And this draft is starting off really quick, actually. Already all 6 bans for the first round.
They were ready.
Classic Skarner first pick. Very safe, very good.
Yeah, and something to know, Shadow of Igris not taking away Leona, not taking away Nautilus, something that Twig, according to his solo queue history, is known for. So
yeah,
and look at the Leona.
Nebula triple banned jungle, and they still got Skarner.
Yeah.
Shadow of Igris actually double banned jungle too, so 5 junglers banned in the first round.
This will be interesting because it looks like they are definitely some focus on Vimstat. Vimstat joining Shadow of Igris. I think this is his first time playing with them this season, at least. But joining Shadow of Igris, I think one of the more interesting rosters in BTL, at least to me, with going with the high Masters jungler in the Masters mid, and then D2 in the bot lane, but with a bronze top laner to make their team work out. They would be a 9-point team otherwise.
They would. They would. But from what I've seen in the past with our coffee table, he is definitely not somebody who is, I guess, a standard bronze player. Team play is always a little bit different. You can always listen to your team and figure out what you need to do, and he seems to be able to do that pretty efficiently. Just being able to keep any kind of playing that safe lane, trying to keep him alive, and having him play those just go-to tanks, Malphite, Ornn, things of that nature.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's pretty good at those. He's pretty consistent. I think he's a really good pickup for his rank. Again, it's only the reason that the team can exist.
Yeah.
Right now, so.
That is true, but we have a Corki and Karma. Curious if that Corki's going to go bot lane, because it's been picking up some traction in the ADC role, if it's going to actually stick to the mid. So it's a nice flex pick there. And then Lilia on the side of Cosmic Nebula, something that Etoe, you can inside us on, because you are the jungle.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of flexibility for Shadow of Igris. They could put Karma mid, they could put Corki top even. That's been getting played a bit in Korea. And the Pantheon, that's a very aggressive pick. Probably going top lane with that. Could also go mid or support though.
Trying to counter the Corki actually.
Not support, but
it could be a counter to Corki. Pantheon is definitely one of those champions that can really blow up early, like squishy champions. And Corki does have that escape in the W, but it's a really long cooldown. It's about 20-25 seconds level 1.
2 top bans for Shadow of Igris, a mid and ADC ban from Cosmic Nebula. I mean, I guess that's the benefit of having characters that can go anywhere, really.
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, splitting Cosmic's bans. We'll have to see what Cosmic wants to round out this comp. They have a lot of low range damage sets right now in the Liga Pantheon.
So they don't have to show their top lane.
Yeah, and that'd probably be best, but it looks like they are gonna go with the top.
Looks like it's a Pantheon mid. That's
so
pretty.
They're trying to win for bot lane here, it looks like, with the Leona on his comfort champ.
Yeah, that is possible, but
whoa,
so
that could be a Skarner flex to top or support. Still.
It can even be Sejuani top as well, or if that is Skarner jungle.
It is in his match history, Sejuani top.
Okay, whoa, I believe Inviction's played Skarner support a few times as well, so we'll.
If that is Sejuani, I think we really need to see some DPS here.
Also,
yeah,
just a reminder, this is a fearless draft, so none of these characters can be picked again. Yeah. Which could also be going into why so many junglers are getting picked right now.
I actually like this pickup here. If they lock in the Syndra, it is forcing Corki into the ADC role, and Syndra does pretty well into Pantheon. Oh, well, it's still Orianna. Same concept. You have that additional poke, that additional range that an ADC doesn't normally have with your abilities. So it can kind of keep Pantheon away if that is Pantheon mid.
I like the Orianna ult here.
Yeah.
They're pretty magic damage heavy though. Their only real AD source is Corki.
Yeah, but Corki does a lot of true damage as well.
That is
true. So it's not like them. They're gonna stack MR more than likely, but even if they do start second, some AD. Sivir.
That
With
kind of goes hard here, I'm not gonna lie.
Does
I think her E can get a lot of value, and I think Shadow of Igris is a pretty low range comp. I think Sivir will really, if Sivir can go even and get to the 3 items, I think she'll really be able to tear them apart.
Yeah, Sivir is definitely one of those champions that's just like straight up, just
Yeah, it's gonna be hard
3.
to engage on her.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's a little like off tempo with it. Like I feel like their team is really playing for this early to mid game, and Sivir is definitely one of those champs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not as aggressive.
Yeah, so we're
But
gonna have to
if they
see.
just play for topside and buy Sivir time, I think it can be really hard for Igris to.
I mean,
to
move
punish
speed
that.
is really good on that team too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate can definitely go hard from Sivir. So we're gonna have to, now that we're actually in the draft, we're gonna have to see where the Skarner, this Sejuani are going, because it can be flexed either way. I feel like Skarner would do better into Garen than Sejuani, but I guess neither of the matchups are very good for Lilia.
Well, you can buffer Garen Q with Sejuani W at least, but
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So
it's at least doing something. But I don't know. It might still be harder to play.
yeah, I mean, regardless of the matchup, I think Garen is going to come out, like, as soon as he gets his first item, maybe even, like, half an item, I feel like he should be winning those trades pretty easily, as long as there's no jungle interaction, or even if there is jungle interaction, as long as it's a 2v2, like Garen Lilia versus Skarner or Sejuani. But I'm really interested to see how this bot lane goes, A, because I'm a bot lane main, but B, I want to see how well the Sivir can kind of navigate this lane. Because Corki Karma, there is a lot of poke coming out there. And yes, you have the spell shield, but you can't avoid it all. You can avoid one, you know?
That's absolutely true. But what I'm really looking at is the mid lane pick of Pantheon. I think if Pantheon can get snowballing, or even just get some ult bot, get them snowballing, I think that can be a huge game changer. It looks like it will be Sejuani top.
Yeah,
Like
so
Garen.
it's definitely going to change how Shadow Vigorous is playing. I feel like Skarner is a lot more aggressive when it comes to ganking, just because he can go through those walls. He does get that massive move speed, and there's not a lot of melee for Sejuani to be playing off of, so I feel like it's the right call to put Skarner in the jungle. Just because, like, he doesn't need that melee follow-up, right? Like, Sejuani is so powerful because of melee champions, and they don't have any of those champs.
He has a lot of early game pressure over Lilia, so he can kind of set the pace of this game. But we'll see if maybe Pantheon's able to interact and help out Lilia enough.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, the top side for Cosmics is deadly, right? Like, yeah, Lilia doesn't have the most amount of damage early game because she kind of wants those burn items. She wants to kind of whittle down her opponents and then ult and look for a big burst. But Pantheon and Garen have extremely powerful early kits, especially once they hit that level 6, that they're going to be able to move for Lilia everywhere around the map. At least Pantheon will be. Garen will be doing Garen things, but it's going to be tough on that top side, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. They just kind of lack damage on the top side. I know that in the early game that's not as big a deal, but I mean Pantheon's gonna be hitting like a truck into these characters.
Especially compared to Orianna pre-6. Like, there's not Orianna can get some poke down, but when it comes down to it, if you're looking for a fight in the jungle and both mids are rotating, Pantheon is going to have the advantage there. Because if Orianna walks in the wrong bush, that's a jump for Pantheon, right? And if she doesn't walk first and Pantheon doesn't catch her out, then Pantheon's going to be at the fight first.
It will also come down to laning. I mean, I think if Orianna plays the lane well enough, I mean, she can get Pantheon low enough that maybe you can't move, you can't get those timers, and that can really shut down a lot of his early aggression that I think kind of needs to come out for the Cosmic Nebula to really succeed.
Yeah. So looking at both these comps, both these drafts, who are you guys favoring in game number 1 between Shadow of Igris and Cosmic Nebula?
You go first, Luke.
I'll go Shadow of Igris, mostly because I think they have an easier time just scaling into late game, whereas I think Cosmic Nebula actually needs to push the pace of the game a little bit.
Oh, that's it? That's all you're
Well,
gonna say?
No, blue side or Igris has just easier to. Their champions are just easier to operate in fights. I think they just need to play the fights a little bit slower. So if they're used to that pace, I think it's better for them. And yeah, again, red side here has to push the objective. They have the Pantheon Garen. They have to get their abilities and get something with their abilities, or they're just gonna lose these fights.
Yeah, something we didn't really touch on before we sent it off to break while we load into the Rift is Pantheon being one of those champions that can be very detrimental to the team if he doesn't start snowballing. He's going to be lacking damage, especially as the later the game goes, and if he doesn't really start making roams, making plays with the Lilia, it can get a little dangerous there in the mid lane.
All right, sounds good. We'll see what actually happens whenever we hit the Rift. We got a little bit of a spectator delay here, about 2 minutes. We're going to hit you guys with that 1 minute ad to turn off the pre-rolls. We will see you guys after the break. Alrighty. Is everyone positive 5?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let me get into the game. Let's make sure the stream is here with us. All right, I'm gonna do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all with me? All right,
Yep.
let's get into game number 1 between Shadow of Igris and Cosmic Nebula.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the Rift, and
Garner
it
has
looks.
not bought items, it looks like.
Oh, that
Unless
is.
that's a spectator bug.
No, he has not. He has most definitely not bought items, and I don't think Vim Stats noticed quite yet.
Yeah, not yet.
He still has a lot of time to back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he might want to reset after placing a ward anyways, so he could get away with it, but if he doesn't notice this could be a tragedy for Igris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really could.
We're gonna have to see what they. Surely somebody on this team has to know, right? Surely.
Every team needs someone to check the item.
Yeah, but we have the standard 5-point from each team, which makes sense. There's not like a massive amount of early threat
not
on
getting his
either
back
side.
in.
Oh,
He has to be back.
It's not
Oh
good.
no. Oh, this is not good.
This can be extremely detrimental to his XP and
He,
timing.
he's gonna clear his first camp and then realize that he doesn't have it.
Yep.
I mean, is he even going to
It's
be able to
so.
clear his first camp? It's going to be so slow.
This
It
is
is.
so
I-
funny. This is the most important person in the game to buy items.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, how Vimstat? How could this happen?
Yeah,
They-
and the
they
fact
ran
that no
5
one on his
jungles
team,
and-
no one on his team checked. It has to be a bug, maybe, right? Surely it's a bug.
Well, we'll see if he takes the level 2 here.
Now look at his HP. It's going down way too fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, this is
Where it's going
so.
way too fast.
this is
He's
tragic.
just gonna back. Come on, back.
Oh, he realizes.
Oh, he didn't even
I-
take it for the XP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as the enemy team doesn't notice, Skarner does have a relatively decent clear time, so it's not too bad. But
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna have to
not the
see.
end of the world considering he realized what happened, and like you said, the enemy team won't know until they actually meet up with him or unless they invade or something. A
yeah,
little
but we do have
aggression
an
level 2.
engage. We have an engage on Inviction here by Twig. It's gonna pop Inviction's flash, so flash for ignite. So that's gonna be really good for the side of Cosmic.
That was a really good timer by Leona, just catching them right before they ticked over to level 2. Having that level 2 advantage gives them such a huge trade.
Corky up 2 CS though, so he's not too mad.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Because flash down for 5 minutes against a champion like Leona, that is
Oh, yeah.
danger.
Yeah, he finally got his blue buff.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of an aggressive trade here by
Wow.
Bread, and that is some damage onto the Sejuani.
That was very yummy indeed.
Yeah, these
He
solo lanes
yeah.
are getting some good trades here.
Yeah.
almost
we-
got a solo kill right there.
This is what we expected, though. We knew that the
Yes.
solo lanes here are better, right? Like in terms of like just straight up power.
At least early game.
Yeah.
And this is where Skarner getting behind because of that unfortunate mistake is really detrimental. Where right now he could be potentially looking to help one of these lanes, and instead hasn't even finished his topside jungle.
Yeah, like this Pantheon is in a very like rough state. Like, yes, their HP pools are the same, but I still think he wins the quick trade battles.
Oh, he's
But
But
he is
Skarner's
looking for a
gank
gank.
mid.
Yeah, it's not been spotted yet. Let's see if Vimsat can hit this
He has
charge.
flash
He's
up.
looking for it. He does hit it, and that's not going to be any flash pop by Stinging Chicken. Can he get out without dropping the flash? He does drop it, and a double flash forward and
Oh.
first blood for
Ooh,
Fimstat,
he dies,
and
he
he's going to
dies.
die to the tower.
It's a 1-for-1, but he doesn't have teleport. So if Orianna can get this wave pushed in, it might not actually be that bad.
Yeah, and it looks
or
like,
she's just gonna leave the wave
huge.
pushed
Yeah,
into her, which
Good.
also
Good.
works.
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
looks like we have a potential dive being set up on the top side. If you take a look at the mini map, the
Yeah.
camera isn't quite panned over there,
Trying to get a back off here before
Yeah,
Yeah.
prox.
mid gets there.
but it is going to
Proxy
get stopped by
wave.
Lilia. The wave is here. They are looking for it. Let's see if Sejuani
Sejuani
can
has
get a
some
trade. A
mana.
flash forward by the Lilia, and it's going to be a one
Oh,
But he's
for
sort of
one.
taking.
Yeah, and that is a
Wow.
1-for-1. That's actually not too
works.
bad for Lord Coffee Table.
Both
They both
jungles going for ganks that result in kills, but also trade one back. That's kind of crazy.
What were you saying, Connor?
Just saying that Lilia flashed with Sejuani there.
Yeah,
Garen did not
another.
have to flash.
Yeah, so Garen is going to be a little bit on the up, and the wave
Up a lot of
top side.
XP.
Yeah, the wave top side is not looking great for Sedge. We do have some poke. Leona hits the E, and now Karma
flash.
can be in a little bit of trouble. There is no flash, but they are not going to be able to complete the kill.
Yeah, that was
It's gonna
good
be a
by
little
them
bit
not getting
quick
baited.
poke.
They
And
still have the
Vimstat
heal up.
looking for another gank, but Lilia's here this time to save the Pantheon. Let's see if they can get the kill. Vimstat's putting down some massive damage. Pantheon's gonna be left at a
Auto.
100 HP. One more
Oh.
auto, but it's gonna be a 1-for-1 and the kill going over to Orianna.
Oh, this Garen's getting very aggressive. He's fighting in the wave.
Yeah,
Big
Garen
wave,
is
though.
taking a pretty big
Sejuani
chunk
might
there.
have been able to fight that out, to be honest.
Yeah.
He had enough HP there.
Yeah, things are spicing up. This is definitely a fast-paced game.
6 kills in 5 minutes.
Garner still hasn't had a full clear yet of
Oh.
camps.
This Pantheon is getting down some CS. About a
Yeah,
14 right now. Might
yeah.
be. It'll pick up a little
It's a
bit
big
on this
wave
wave
here,
on
yeah.
mid, but
Things are looking pretty good for the Orianna mid, honestly. Despite Pantheon picking up 2 kills, I think that Orianna is pretty happy with the state of the lane.
Yeah,
I think the lane's
definitely.
gonna push back into her as well here.
The Karma moving up on the map. They're looking to
Skarn
pressure
getting
these Void
grubs.
Grubs. This is really good timer.
Yeah, you definitely don't want a team like Cosmic to get Void Grubs with
Yeah.
the kind of lanes they have drafted right now. They do pick up 1.
Karma.
Yeah, they're making sure that they're not going to get, I guess, interrupted.
Yeah, they don't want to fight without numbers, just because
Yeah.
Skarner's behind so much.
Yeah, we are starting to see some level 6 take over. We got the Garen and Sejuani at 6, both mid laners at 6. Surprisingly, Lilia just ticked over 6, so Vimsat's probably going to be a little bit behind that timer. I think he needs to clear a few more camps.
Yeah, he just ticked to level 5 after that last Void Grove, so he's a little bit behind. Again, pretty unfortunate.
Yeah,
but
they might have to give the
Yeah,
Drake.
here.
Yeah, they might have to give the Drake if Lilia just comes down here because they have so much pressure in the bot lane.
This is a massive wave. This is about a 15-second.
Yeah, but
they can use it.
the Skarner has the first move here. I guess he's just gonna go for his Krugs though.
Yeah, Skarner knows he needs 6, right? He knows he's
Yeah.
behind. He has to know Lilia's 6.
And look at that triple pink ward in the bottom side there.
Yeah, a lot
They're
of
really
vision
trying
here.
to lock that down.
Yeah, Stingy taking quite a trade there. Ford loving this lane. We kind of hit the point where Pantheon didn't get a big enough lead, and now Leona. But Leona's going to go in on the Peace Tree. He's going to pop the cleanse while Vimsat tries to push him away. Twig is going to have to flash out, but Lilia's there with level 6, and they know they have to back out. Oh, Bread might be in trouble. He does have R, though, so Sejuani's being a little bit wary. He's trying to get that passive on him. He does drop ultimate, and what a solo kill by Coffee Table.
That was so much more damage than I expected.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, just a big overstep by Bread. He's trying to proxy that wave, maybe get a reset after, and just didn't respect the Sejuani damage, especially after taking that extra tower hit on accident.
Yeah,
Dragon being started by Cosmic. Skarner on
this
side of the map is going to be free.
A typical what?
Yeah, the triple longsword on Garen early.
Oh, yeah, the new build path. Oh, but we have an Orianna in the mid lane. Stinging could be in trouble. He's gonna fall with the last auto. That's gonna be a solo kill for Ford.
Huge solo kill.
Yeah, but he has to watch out for Lilia here. Lilia's on the backside.
Flash. So does he though. He should be fine if he flashes, right? Okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to.
But yeah, that triple longsword is in the build now because I think he goes Stridebreaker first, which builds out of 3 longswords.
Yeah. Stridebreaker Phantom Dancer.
Now Pantheon is level 7 now, so he does have access to his ult. So I have to see what his first ult, like where it's gonna be and how impactful he can make it. I think this is a huge timer for them to try to get something back.
Top wave's looking pretty juicy to ult on to. Pushing in
Yeah.
Baron here.
Yeah.
Gold leaves.
Up here.
Gold lead is even despite. I mean, there's a slight edge in favor of Igris, but honestly, it's still manageable for both sides.
You know, like we were talking about a little bit, I kind of feel like if gold is even, that's favoring Igris as the game continues. I mean, Sivir will scale it to be a threat later, but I think Orianna and Corki will match that.
What were you saying, Connor?
I was just saying I wanted Pantheon to look top. He did for a second, but they called it off.
Yeah, we definitely need to see Pantheon. Yeah, we need Pantheon to start moving. Kind of like Nocturne. Like, it's useless if you're not using it in these early stages, trying to get your side lanes.
We're here to make a bunch of plays happen before they're just going to be too far behind from time.
Yeah, like look at the trade pattern right here for Ford.
Yeah, it ends up being pretty even.
Yeah,
But
Ford
Orianna
opting.
can just shove in the wave so fast, and it's so hard for Pantheon to find a timer now to move.
Yeah,
There's
looks
always
like
gonna be shoved in on him.
we have some movement on the bot side, but Corki responsibly and very vigilant, backing away, knowing that this wave is going to be lost until his support gets back.
Yep, and his team's getting the Void Grubs. He knows it's just his time to play weak side. No jungle camps for Lilia to take is pretty sad for her.
Yeah, Lilia's still up 20 CS though. So
Yeah.
that blunder definitely is showing, but surprisingly, oh, Lilia just completed the first item. I was about to
Yeah.
say, surprisingly,
They're even
Skarner had his
items,
first
though.
item.
Yeah. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, and Pantheon down 2 whole levels right now, by the way. It's not even close.
No.
Yeah, it's not even close in the mid lane. And we're kind of seeing the weakness of Pantheon if he can't get that snowball.
Yep, either someone needs to help him get out, or he needs to go help people and just sack
And
waves.
yeah, sack his lane.
Garen is proxying top wave again.
Yeah, Garen up 30 CS. So we have some major CS discrepancies here in the solo lanes. Like Garen has a major lead topside, whereas Orianna has the major lead in the mid lane. But Eviction gonna walk right into 2 of them. He's gonna have to drop that flash to dodge the Leona ult, but the sleepy time is gonna get dropped by Lilia, and that is gonna be Eviction more than likely falling. A flash forward by Kiwi IC to try to keep it
They're
pushing
collapsing
forward.
down.
Yeah, here comes Vimstat. He's going through the wall. He's going to try to get the charge, and he does hit the Leona. Not necessarily the target he wanted, but what a great ultimate to get there.
Wow.
And then the follow-up Orianna R to get a nice 3-for-1. What a great rotate there.
Big movement.
And Pantheon ulted in after the
Pantheon
fight.
ulting in, trying to get a trade kill himself. He does pick up 1 for the shutdown, but he's going to fall for this. I don't think he can quite pick up another one. So still in favor.
Not super worth for him, but he has hubris, so he needs those stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little late on the Pantheon ult. I think
Yeah.
he maybe was on a reset there. And that's why he was a little late.
Yeah, Orianna was just in a much better position.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to use flash or TP.
Orianna finishing the Seraph's Embrace right now as well is a huge power spike for her.
Yeah, almost
She's
there.
going to be so
15
hard to
stacks.
take down.
Yeah, Orianna also 3-0. Not a lot of pressure on her, honestly, in this lane.
Yeah, I think that E armor really is helping her just go even in trades at least.
Yeah, Eviction has spotted Twig. Looks like they're just kind of like getting some vision, different parts of the map. But Twig knows where he's at, so he might try to get some vision clear because he knows that Eviction's weak right now. But now Stinging Chicken walking right into Bimstat. Bimstat's going to get him shoved into the wall, and that should be Chicken falling. And that could be a potential... Yeah, a dragon could be fought here for the side of Igris. The RTPs...
on Garen, but I think this one's just gone.
Yeah, they should know that they can't really be fighting this.
That might just also be mid tower. Turret plates just fell off.
Sivir walking up really far here for the tower damage.
Yeah. It has to be careful of Vimstat going through the wall here. She does have Spell Shield. He's going to go through the wall, but not going to get far enough. That's going to be Spell Shield procced and a flash forward. What a great impale there by Vimstat. Kiwi Ice-T is in trouble. He is going to fall. Leona gets dropped on an Eviction, but it is too little too late. And that's going to be 2 kills picked up for the side of Igris.
What a snipe on that Skarner ult. Just the tip, man, and it hit, and you get the kill. God, that feels good.
Yeah, really aggressive. And it's paying off. Also, this Corki went Conqueror. That's...
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the normal.
No, I think it's Hail of Blades or Fleet Footwork if you need it. But Sting is going to get in trouble. A Shockwave is going to pop out, and he should just fall to the next auto. And that's going to be forward with another solo kill in the mid lane.
That's insane.
Yeah, the Pantheon's just a little too far behind now. Can't keep up in the damage.
Hard for Pantheon to come back. Now, red side has to play for time and hope they can get enough items to...
Yeah, Coffee Table going to go forward onto Lilia. The ultimate's going to miss, but Vimstat does get the charge off. Asleep is going to get dropped, so both members are going to fall asleep. Let's see if Lilia is fast enough. Garen is there to back her up. And Coffee Table taking so much damage from that Leon.
Orianna's going behind them.
But... Yeah, she doesn't have Shockwave, though, so she doesn't have quite the kill pressure that she normally would. Coffee Table has to be careful here. Garen does have the ultimate flash forward, and this should be the ultimate dropped, and a kill picked up for Bread.
Yeah, a little bit too disrespectful there.
Yeah, but now Bread pushing up. Vimstat's here to clear the wave with Eviction, so no tower should be falling.
Seems like they're bringing up their entire team up to this Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Aaron can't do anything about that wave. Got that kill now. Yeah, Siver's up here. They lost their bot tower, so they have nothing really to play for down there anymore.
You have 3 members posturing topside, so
It says Ronnie has
Garen?
teleport, so
Orion also has teleport. Same,
yeah,
same
it's
bot
gonna
side
be
here.
even numbers.
yeah, there comes the teleport. Bread could be in trouble. He does get charged into the wall for a nice stun
Whoa,
in the
82
tower range. That is
towers,
2 tower
yeah.
shots, and that's going to be Impale, and Bread should be falling here. They don't have any of the carries up here, but Coffee Table is going to take that kill with pride.
Yeah, it seems like they just got caught a little bit unaware of where Igris was. And they also had so many members up there, but they weren't really confident enough to start the Rift Herald, so
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one to like walk basically your whole team up there and then not even contest the Rift Herald. But Coffee Table could be in trouble. He's tanking so much of the tower thanks to Sunfire, so a little close there.
that was
I
like
mean,
6 tower shots.
Got the ignite, so baited.
yeah, I mean, even if Twig picked up the kill there, does it really matter, right? It's just the Leona
Got the
support.
ult as well.
Yeah.
I think every amount of gold they can get right now is a huge step for them.
Yeah. Oh, just look at Ford. That's a QW. Half his HP. Shockwave coming out, and now Stinging is in trouble. He might just fall. He's trying to turn back around to get down some damage, but it's he just doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's pretty close considering the gold deficit right now. So you gotta think if the goal was just a little bit more even, he easily could have won that.
Yeah, but something to keep in mind is Seraph's Embrace has not been procced yet.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of some skirmish fights happening in the top side, but they see Leona walk out.
Still not trying to make the play with more players.
Yeah.
We're really needing to just get this gold.
Where is Vimstat? Where do you want to see Vimstat drop this Herald?
Probably mid lane just to open up the map a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think they are gonna like try to do like the secret strat where they charge it mid then charge it top side, or just to get more damage on the mid lane?
I think it would be good if Sejuani does it and just takes it and sits up there on the second one.
I think they
kinda
just dropped
do
it mid
they
right
kinda
when
do
Dragon spawns and just
Yeah,
makes
that's
them have
also
to
really good. They have to choose
respect it.
between.
Yeah, we do have some invading here from Vimstat, while Stinging is going to get caught out once again here by Ford. Inviction's here to back Ford up. So I don't see a world where Pantheon gets out of here unless he has R, but it can get interrupted so easily. And that is going to
Also,
be
he's looking
another
mid,
kill picked up
maybe,
there for Ford.
onto Corky if they can. But
Yeah.
I think they might be a little too late.
Stinging falling there right before Dragon is pretty crucial here for the side.
Oh, and Skarner got the scuttle too.
Yeah, this should just be Dragon getting picked up for Igris.
Look at top tower.
Yeah, top tower is going to be secured.
That's pretty nice for Cosmic here.
Yeah. Dude, Sejuani is so tanky.
Yep.
Yeah. Vimstat looking for Twig. Does he connect the charge? He does get forward. He doesn't have the Impale, though, because of Twig's great stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a flash forward to get Twig with the Impale. It's just one. We do have a sleep onto Inviction along with Leona ulti, but Vimstat is just doing so much damage and taking none in return. But that's going to be Siver's ultimate to get him out.
No kills. No kills. Leona flash, Leona ult. Karma flash, Skarner flash.
Vimstat is just so hard to kill right now.
Lilia also ulted, so this dragon is going to be really hard for Cosmic to do anything with.
I'm surprised that they didn't just get Dragon, to be honest. Yeah. We do have Lilia up top. There is no tower for Coffee Table. He does get hit by that E, so the slow is going to be there. Yeah, Coffee Table should just drop that. It's going to be Garen's ult invested.
This Garen is starting to get pretty strong. He could become a side lane threat that's hard for Igris to handle.
They get second tier tower, that's a 600 gold influx, but it looks like they don't think they have the time to do it. They don't see anyone on the map right now. They're scared. And it looks like they had every right to be.
Yeah, Lilia's going to flash away. Very aggressive, or very, I feel like not needed, but
Yeah,
guess
you
he-
never know when that thing's
yeah.
gonna break, though. To be fair.
yeah. And also on top of that, he didn't really see Vimstat. He didn't see Ford. Like he had a pretty safe bet that they were on Dragon, but better be safe than sorry.
Yep. Especially on Lilia this game, he has to be a lot of damage here.
Yeah, and if he dies there, I mean, that could easily just be Baron. It would be so hard for.
Inviction and a little bit of an aggressive spot. Silver ult's going to get dropped. Inviction's going to fall to Bread. Let's see if they can get a trade in return. Bread is taking some tower shots. Peachtree's getting down some damage, but Garen's going to walk out with half HP, and no one's going to be able to catch him.
Yeah, that was a really nice punish. No flash on Karma, and
It didn't look like they were even setting up for it. Lilia was going bot side jungle, so it was kind of just a heat of the moment thing, and they got the pick.
a little overstep there by Conviction.
Yeah, and I think
Gold influx there.
I think Sivir was the one who actually picked up the kill there.
Yeah, which is huge. With Sivir's at 2 items already. I mean, if she gets one more, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it would still be really hard just because of how accelerated these tanks are. But
Like
Could
you want to
definitely
get LDR or anti-heal, but Sivir is one of those champs that just loves Infinity Edge so much.
yeah,
So we're gonna have to see what she decides to go for.
Herald auto going down. I believe that goes mid. It does.
Yeah,
No
not the
items anymore.
not the greatest placement to be honest, unless they can
They're all
somehow force this
converging, though.
charge.
It
Yeah,
looks like
Lilia and Pantheon just now starting to move up.
Pantheon has
Has
ulti though. He could maybe look
Yeah.
for a play
They
here.
all have ults here. They all have
But-
ults.
Looks like they're just gonna let the charge go in. Vimstat's looking for a play, but cancels the charge. And that's just gonna be their tier 2 falling for not much gain there.
Oh yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, can he get the
They're doing what we
charge?
talked about.
He's doing the Scion
Yeah,
the Scion
actually a
training.
slightly better play since he got second.
Oh,
Yeah,
so actually huge there for the side of
Yeah.
Igris.
Really good play. They had the wave
Oh.
top as well, so they can just keep pushing a little bit if they want to. Pantheon's
Yeah.
bot.
I don't think they're gonna be able to get another charge though. I think
The
Lilia
jungle
can
might
just
wanna
kill
think
this.
about TPing, but it looks like she's not going to.
Yeah, Leona's ult's gonna fall, and Viction's gonna get smited out of the Herald. And there's just not a big enough wave here to get the tier 2.
And it looks like they're kind of wasting time, unfortunately. Pantheon got a tower. They're
Yeah,
just really
Lilia-
focused on their plays.
a really nice play by Igris right there.
Yeah, but on top of like
Still net positive. Still
yeah, net positive for them, but I mean Cosmic making the right call to get the trade there of towers by Stinging Chicken.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the right play. If you go and fight mid there, if you lose, the game's just over. With Rift Herald pushing.
Yeah,
So-
Kiwi gonna get caught out here by the Sejuani. He's trying to get the passive. That's gonna be Sivir's ultimate. So pretty nice cooldown.
Very
That's
nice
painful to
though.
watch. Yeah, painful to watch there on the side of Sejuani. Vimstat and Ford looking for Stinging Chicken. The slow does connect. Another slow with this Q. Stinging should just fall. He's gonna turn back around because he knows that he's going to die. So that's gonna be a player lead advantage here. Dragon not gonna spawn anytime soon though. Oh, a flash forward by Vimstat to get the impale onto Lilia. And that's going to be sleep drop there, but there's a nice numbers advantage here for the side of Igris. Let's see if Vimstat's going to get dropped down super low thanks to the nice shockwave there. A 3-man. Vimstat's going to fall, but that is all he needed to do to make sure his team can win this fight.
Yeah,
he doesn't
that.
care. He's just sitting in the right position. Oh man, good old.
Yeah, they burn so many cooldowns onto the tank Skarner. They do end up taking him down, but at what cost?
Yeah, coffee table looking for Sivir
Okay.
here. Kiwi in a little bit of a rough spot. He's going to pop the spell shield, but he does get stunned.
I was gonna say.
That's going to be barrier cooldown though.
That's barrier for free, basically.
Yeah. Well, they're actually all up in time for this dragon. We could see another fight right after that last fight.
Yeah, Sejuani's going to get her back stopped. She does have teleport
should
though,
just
so
walk
not the
away
end of the
here.
world. Yeah.
She should be trying to get it back off. I'm assuming she has over 1,000 gold. 900.
Yeah. Let's see if Shadow Vigorous wants to. I feel like they want to contest this Drake, but that fight was kind of dangerous despite being a man down, so they could be a little bit hesitant here.
It looks like. they can all walk as a group through this bush.
Yeah, Stinging is going to look for Lord Coffee Table while Leona hits the ultimate onto the mid laner there. He's going to have to pop the Hourglass, but what a nice impale there. 2 for nothing. A nice shockwave to get Twig and Bread down to half HP. That's going to be 3 kills for 1 so far. Oh, a nice Garen ultimate to pick up another one. Let's see if Garen and Sivir can carry this. Sejuani's just sitting on top of Sivir. 1 hit, 2 hit, and she's going to fall. It's down to Bread. 1v3. Can the champion do it? He's trying to get down more damage, but it's not going to be enough, and that's going to be an ace for 2.
Wow, such a close fight, despite the gold lead. I think Lilia flashed Q thinking she had ulti, and unfortunately didn't.
Yeah, I think
just
her
kind of went
cooldown
down
was
after that.
slightly off. And then she tried to get another Q, but she died right before she could do it.
And Ford having that Seekers for this fight was actually so clutch, barely kept them alive.
Yep. That's going to be Dragon and Soul Point secured for Shadow of Igris. So now they have 2 win cons on the table here in 5 minutes. Baron and Hextech Soul. Arguably one of the strongest souls in the game.
Yeah, and this is just going to get really hard for Cosmic, but I don't know, that last fight looked so close.
Yeah, I mean,
It
Garen
really
is
felt
pumping out some damage right now.
Yeah. And I'm again kind of surprised that they can even get through the Skarner. The Skarner is so tanky, but
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Cosmic did a really good job at targeting Ford in that last fight. He had to pop his Seeker's arm guard. He still ended up falling to the Garen. Or no, he didn't fall. Who fell to Garen? Was that?
I think it was Peace Street.
Peace. Oh, Skarner. Okay. But I mean, if they can make these picks onto Ford, Ford is such a crucial element for this team. He is a lot of the AoE damage, a lot of the follow-up. Just not something that Corki and Karma really have once Fimstat and the coffee table go in.
Also, Garen didn't have flash that last fight. If he had it up just even a couple seconds earlier, he might have been able to clutch out a 1v3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread looking for Ford here. Ford gonna start his back though.
Yeah, I think Ford has a Zanya's,
Hourglass? Yeah.
yeah, Hourglass on his back, which is again just so big to keep himself safe.
Yeah, we really need to see Bread start dropping these ultimates onto the carries. Like, yes, it's nice to kill the tanks here and there, but I feel like he's at the point where Ford and P Street just need to die.
Yeah, and Kiwi Ice-T just got his Lord Doms, so he should be able to actually start pumping damage into Lord Coffee Table and Vimstat and really get them low quick. Oh, and also a mortal reminder just coming out for Garen, so he's actually going to be able to get some nice armor shred going. And
Yeah, it's a big purchase.
Yeah, his E also applies
Black
armor shred,
Cleaver and
right?
the Panther is actually really nice.
Garen's E applies a natural armor shred, right?
Let's find out.
I think it might. It's something like that.
Yeah.
There you
Nice.
go.
Okay.
Oh, after the 6th strike. Okay, that's why attack speed's so OP. Just get
Yeah.
strikes.
Lilia trying to look for some I don't know what her ball is called, but trying to bowling ball. Get some pins knocked down, trying to make a play happen.
And the Panther's actually caught up really well in CS. He's almost caught
It's
up
called
to...
Oriana's ball. That's all it says.
No, Lilia.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's
Lily's E.
Yeah, these fights, despite Igris being up 5,000, are so and like it's just incredible how well Cosmic is keeping this game competitive despite being down 5,000.
Yeah, and the gold lead hasn't actually ballooned. I mean, it's gone up a little bit since maybe like 25 minutes, but do you think with all the advantages they have that could be even worse? But they've really kept it.
Yeah.
Kept it. And again, like I keep alluding to, this Sivir is
do
just
have-
going to beat them so much.
We do have Baron getting started up here, Foreshadow of Igris, so they do
Oh,
know that it's on here.
yeah.
Pantheon is on the bot side, so there's not going to be a numbers advantage. Lilia's going to try to hit some people over the wall to get a nice sleep.
Oh.
Doesn't, only hits one, while Vimsat charges over, and Kiwi Ice is in trouble.
Oh.
The flash is not good enough.
Nobody
Twig
with
tries to save
Sivir.
her with the flash ultimate, but it's not going to get there quickly, and now Twig and Lilia are trying to make a play happen
Oh.
here. Oriana's going to get dropped low, but that's going to be the Hourglass getting dropped down. Let's see if Vimsat can save her. Oriana's going to flash out. Garen's going for a
Garen.
chase. Sting is going to fall to P Street, and Ford is going to be able to walk away from the Garen, and that is going to be 3-0. That should be the Baron on the table, and that should be quite possibly
Oh.
a game-ending play there. That is a massive loss. Actually, they're not
It
doing
looks like they're
Baron,
actually going to reset, yeah.
so it's not as detrimental as it could be.
Well, they're looking to
Targeting top
reset for
30.
Elder Soul, or not Elder Soul, Hextech Soul,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if that's the right call. I think
I
they
mean-
probably had time to do the Baron and get resets off.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
But,
definitely but I think they're just trying to get in position for wards here and full
Yeah.
HP.
Yeah.
definitely a big clean fight there by Shadow of Igris, not losing a single member in that trade. Lilia gonna get seen here. The spell shield's gonna get proc. Vimstat's looking for some more. Sivir's gonna drop the ultimate to make sure Lilia can get out. And that's going to give them priority on this
He hasn't
Drake.
had a
Looks like we
reset
have some
yet.
fights going. Lord Coffee Table's going to go forward. He's trying to look to find somebody. Vimstat trying to
Who's that
connect, but
going
doesn't
in?
connect onto anyone. Vimstat's going to get dropped down to half HP. Bread is also there with him, but Bread has that Garen passive. He can get back up. And now it's going to be a 5-for-5 right in front of this. Vimstat getting dropped down to a third.
Sterix is about to proc.
Yeah, he does not want to lose the Sterix quite yet. Now he's fine with it. Vimstat's going to look forward. A
Yeah.
nice shockwave, but it's only connected onto one.
Wow.
But huge impale there by Vimstat. Vimstat's going to fall, but there's Ford untouched and Viction untouched. Lord Coffee Table being that tank, being the man. And Ford is going to carry this on his back while Lord Coffee Table keeps them away. And that's going to be 3 for 2. Bread's trying to get more, but Bread cannot find the last one, and that's going to be an ace.
Wow, so
What a
many
fight.
things happened in that fight. Kiwi had to use his spell shield to block the Oriana, which was really good, but then a huge impale coming out from Vimstat, catching 3 members. Absolutely massive, letting his team get out so much damage before he goes down. I also think
Man,
that
he's
Garen
fucking
actually
good.
ulted the Sejuani, which I think was an unfortunate click because he lost a lot of damage. That could have gone on to Ford.
Yeah, Ford, great placement in that fight. The shockwave wasn't the greatest in the world. It only hit one. Sivir got that spell shield off to make sure that she didn't end up getting caught in that massive uphold of damage that Ford is pumping out. But his positioning untouched that entire fight.
Yeah, it's really good stuff coming out of Ford right now. He's still deathless in this game. The only one.
Yeah,
Just making mid lane look easy.
yeah, you got to see if he can keep it up. Now Bread gonna get caught out here by Inviction, getting down some nice poke, but no fight is going to come of it. Oh, unless Vimstat, he does spot Twig. The Hextech Soul is proccing out. Stinging could be in trouble, but a nice Twig ultimate there. Making sure Stinging can get out. You do not want to lose a single player.
Now they want to force this fight because Leona has no ultimate though.
Yeah. Oriana is on the bot side, but Ford does have teleport. Vimstat and Shadow of Igris going to start up Baron, and it doesn't look like Lilia or Pantheon are going to walk there. Ford's going to TP.
by himself.
It's only Sivir, though. He is going to
Away
be
with it,
fine.
though, yeah.
Twig just now spotting that they're on Baron, but it's too little too late, and that's going to be Baron secured for nothing on the trade. Vimstat looking forward, trying to get a slow down. A Hextech slow with his Q. The Impale does connect, and that's going to be Bread falling to P Street. It's a 4v5, and this could be detrimental.
They're gonna just try to force
Yeah.
this. They have the Sejuani, they have Skarner, they have the
It's at
Karma
least
Shield.
an inhibitor, if not more.
45 seconds, I mean,
Yeah,
I would say
this
at least the Nexus turret.
this is a big player to be down there. Bread is just one of those players that's pumping out so much
They need
damage.
to walk back and give this wave of Baron here.
Yeah.
They're just gonna wait for it to come up.
Yeah, they do get the Baron on here. That should be the tower falling. That should be an inhibitor falling. Unless Cosmic's going to try to... But Tech getting...
Wow.
Tech is going to fall. I don't even know what killed him. He was at 1/3 and then just fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, P Street's damage is crazy right now.
Yeah, P Street going to tank a little bit here. Kiwi trying to get down some damage as best she can, but Vimstat's going to get her with the charge, and that is going to be Kiwi dropping the flash and the ultimate to try to get away while Stinging goes on the backline. He almost picks up P Street, but not quite enough. Twig trying to help his ADC get out alive, and he does, but I don't think Kiwi has the damage quite yet to get this out. A nice stun there to keep P Street alive, but he will fall. But Lord Coffee Table just smacking the Nexus, and that is going to be game 1 picked up for the Shadow of Igris.
In 4,
Yeah.
9-0. Off that game, 9-0 and 21, 30 KP out of 35.
Yeah, what a great showing there by the side of Shadow. I mean, both teams played phenomenal there, despite being down, despite having Pantheon just not quite having the game they wanted. Cosmic kept a good fight going in. I mean, Sivir's damage almost as high as Ford's, Garen's damage almost as high as Ford. Like, these teams were very competitive against each other.
35
Yeah, and that's just Ronnie damage.
Not tell the story.
Yeah, like if you looked at the scoreboard, it's not what happened. Whew. All right, Etoe. I think we're ready to send it to a break.
Let's see. The post-game thing if you want. Post-game stats, most damage in the game done by Ford. It looks like, although it looks like very spread across the board, everyone was kind of close.
Yeah, Skarner having insane damage there.
Yeah, actually, yeah. My God, almost the most damage almost done by Skarner. Sivir tried the best. Garen also tried the best. But yeah, we will get ready for game number 2. Gotta get the lobby set up and all that, and we will be see you guys after the break.
That carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways. Oh.
Memories die out too hard. But we were traveling mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic
Okay, sorry, I got clicking on a lot of different things, but we should be good for. Wait, am I? Can y'all hear me now?
Yep,
Am everyone
yep,
can hear
you're
me? All
good.
right, we should be good here for game number 2 between Cosmic Nebula and Shadow of Igris. Shadow of Igris taking the victory in game number 1, and here we are. Game number 2, all the champions from game number 1 are disabled for this second draft, as we are in a true fearless for this BTL season. And take it away, guys.
All right, all right. Thank you, Etoe. We are back in it. Shadow Vigorous with that 1 game lead. And we're going to have to see how they change up this draft because, as he said, True Fearless, quite a toll, especially on teams that aren't necessarily the best at drafting. So, what do you guys want to see? What kind of spice do you want to see Shadow Vigorous and Cosmic pull out?
Well, it looks like Cosmic dropped the Nocturne ban to pick it away.
Yeah, and they banned
So
the
they have
Tarek
something.
instead. Yeah, I was just about to say Yone is still open, and it wasn't picked the first game.
Yeah, but they can't
Very
pair it with
powerful pick.
Sejuani this game, just like how they can't pair Oriana with Nocturne.
Nico. That might be Nico Jungle, most likely, actually.
Yeah,
It has
Vimstat
to be
known for that
mid or
champion.
support. Lots of flexibility there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna put money. That's Nico Jungle. I'm putting money on it right now. Vimstat loves playing that champion. He is a psychopath to say the least. But we do have Nautilus picked up here for Cosmic, so a nice strong support. Let's see if they can kind of get. I want to see a more aggressive ADC. Kiwi
Yeah,
was
looks like
doing
they're opting
great
for
on the
that support
Sivir.
pressure.
Yeah, like Kiwi's doing great on Sivir. Don't get me wrong. She managed to get down a lot of damage, despite being having her team always behind. But
Another scaling
yeah,
ADC
that
coming out here.
well, that is a flex. Don't
A little bit
forget.
of
Yeah,
a
that
follow-up
is
too.
true. Could go mid.
A little bit of a follow-up champ can hit the ultimate on wherever Nocturne goes at least. Yeah, still could be mid as well. And Braum
The
coming in.
Braum pick, pretty nice pairing with Yone, and also pretty
Good
strong
Ignis
into
multi.
Nautilus in a vacuum at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a classic counter there.
What I want to see from
Another
Nebula is
Alawi
maybe
ban
one
coming
more
out.
CC champ.
Igris's bans are the exact same this time around.
Yep, so far everything's the same.
The Tryndamere ban.
Yeah, Tryndamere, kind of an interesting one. I feel like Coffee Table's the kind of player that Shadow Vigorous is just always going to put on a tank. But I guess
Yeah,
it's
especially how they draft the rest of their champs too.
yeah, and they need that tank.
This
I
game
like
they need at least one more tank.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure that Yone is going to go to forward in the mid lane. We do have the Maokai, so that should be a Maokai top. I
Yeah.
don't see Vimstat playing that champion.
Yeah, that's pretty much for sure a Maokai top.
Yeah, it
And
looks
yeah,
like
that
the
pretty much
ordering
locks in the
ADC.
Nico jungle and Yone mid. Another last pick 80 carry actually in this game. That's kind of shocking. Seraphine, another flex actually,
Yep.
if that comes through.
Yep, I got a double flex mid bot here. And the last pick to round it out should be a top laner. I'd like to see Ornn, except it is in the Braum, so they might not opt for that. Set would be really good here.
Yeah, especially into the likes of Maokai, like an aggressive tank. But we do
Ooh,
have the
It's a lag bro.
Kled, one of those
that's
champions
pretty
that,
spicy.
yeah,
But
like,
hey, they pulled it off last game almost with the
yeah,
set pick, so
yeah, I like to see it. It is definitely going to be. It has good follow up, good engage, great start here. I mean, the real question is that going to be a Smolder bot or Seraphine bot, right?
yep.
I feel like it's going to be a Seraphine bot. Smolder is kind of the pick that pros are taking into Yone right now. So we're gonna have to see what Cosmic decides to do with their positioning of the champions. Whereas Shadow Vigorous, you know where the champs are going, right? Like you know Yone's going mid, Maokai's going top, Nico in the jungle. I mean, we know because we know what Vimstat plays, but
Yeah, in theory, it could be like a Maokai jungle, Yone top, Nico mid. But yeah, I think I think it's definitely Nico jungle.
Yeah. All right, so we should be shifting into the normal draft now. So we have some power coming out from both sides. Smolder, incredible scaler. Yone, one of those champions that you don't want to hit 2 items quickly. Nico, gonna be hard to kind of just know where Nico is at any given moment. Maokai, great engage. Whereas you have the Cosmic Seraphine follow up. You have the Kled that can just destroy teams if he gets a lead. So what do you want to see Cosmic pull out to try to like bring this to a game 3?
Yeah, I definitely think it's get Kled going, and again, I mean you're gonna have scaling with Smolder and Seraphine, so I think you're playing through the Kled this game, and that's what I would like to do if I was playing that draft.
Yeah, I need to see Nautilus moving and doing some big plays on the map. Braum can't move nearly as well. So I really need to see that. Nico should be stronger than Nocturne at certain points in the game. So she has to make that effort for Igris.
Yeah.
I think team fights for Cosmic though are going to be so hard. Braum can get so much value out of his shield this game,
Braum has incredible value on his E.
and Maokai and Nico, and honestly all their champs just take up a lot of space. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be really hard to fight into them. But that's where if the Kled and Nocturne can really get strong and they can just dive in without worrying about any of that, I think that's where they can really take over this game.
Yeah, it might be like a double ultimate, whatever that AD ultimate item is, on Nocturne Kled.
Hexblade.
The Hexblade?
Yeah, Hexblade, and then just
Oh,
around
it
with
actually
Nocturne
looks like it
Kled.
might be Smolder top. With the Kled mid.
No, that is. Oh no, I am looking at the right side. That is
Yeah.
interesting. I
That
mean,
is actually
it's
pretty
not bad, right? Like
So are we
Smolder
looking
can
at a
free stack.
Kled mid into Yon. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
I actually kind of like those matchups.
that is a doozy swinger there for Cosmic, and it could pay off big.
Now it's on Kled. Kled can do a lot this game. If he can get
It's
on
kind
the
of
map.
similar to the Pantheon though, where
Yeah.
at least in this lane he's playing against a Yone who can't just constantly poke him and push waves. He's actually gonna have to fight him at some points, and that should bode pretty well for the Kled.
I'm very interested in that line.
Yeah, and I mean, at least we got the side of Shadow of Igris correct. We knew Maokai was going top. We knew Nico was jungle. We knew Yone was mid.
Yep.
But we could be seeing a lane swap here. We could see Yone trying to be the one to match the Smolder. We could see Maokai trying to match the Kled. I don't think we're gonna see the classic thing everyone's been watching in Worlds where the bot lane shifts into the top side to try to like take some pressure off of the top laner. Just because they kind of nerfed it not this patch but last patch. They made it
I've been
harder to get the
distracted.
plates.
I just now realized that Vimstack got his Nico.
Yeah.
With him saying
Yeah.
ooh ooh in the chat. Ooh ooh. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was left open first game and they did not opt for it. Skarner being maybe too valuable of a pick.
Yeah, also Skarner is a great deny pick in the first game because you know that they can't lock it in for the rest of the series, right? Like,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, smart play there by the side of Igris, right? All right, who are you guys edging here?
Wait,
Or-
is Smolder
okay,
top?
that sounded weird.
Yeah. Ooh, pause. Is Smolder top a thing?
Yeah, apparently this game.
Okay.
I mean,
You know what? I think if I'm Cosmonev, I think what they're doing is they are looking at the ridiculous powerhouse that Shadow of Igris is in jungle through support and looking like, all right, bread is yummy. Bread is very yummy. You are already being aggressive in lane and getting advantages in previous games. We're just gonna try to win through top. I think they're literally. I think that was their. We're gonna try to abuse the bronze laner, and I think that was their goal last game. And it didn't work out as well. Like, okay, maybe Garen didn't work out. We're gonna do it with Smolder now. I think that's their
if that's
whole
the
plan.
case, I really want to see Nautilus moving with Kled from mid lane. Using
Yes.
Kled ultimate to get top. And
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Yeah, using that timer.
I think
that's one of the
they
nice
have
parts
to
about
play
their-
through Smolder, right? Like, wait, this
Sure.
whole team is to play through Smolder, right? This entire
Yeah.
compass.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
Kled
kind
is
of
also
like
very-
Kled can really run over this game if he gets a lead.
Yeah.
There
Yo,
is
this
not a
Kled-
lot in the way of stopping
We
him.
were talking about this yesterday whenever Cosmic Nebula played. Kled into Yone. Is that a counter? Is that a classic counter?
It's just it's
We just
favored
didn't
for
understand
Kled.
why, but we
It-
didn't
it's-
understand.
Kled just is really strong in melee matchups because
Alright.
his 4-hit he has a passive that's like a 4-hit passive on his W. He has an natural anti-heal built into his kit. He has a way to avoid damage, so he can take very aggressive trades and then remount to get his HP back.
Okay.
There is a lot that
Yeah, I think
Kled
it's
has.
really.
It's just super advantageous for him.
All right. Let's see if it does, in fact, working out that way today. And we have about 2 minutes for the spectator layer. I'm just going to hit you guys with a 1-minute ad to turn off the pre-roll ads, and we will catch you guys whenever we hit the rift.
Right.
Are you guys paused at 5?
Yep.
All right, let's get to the countdown. 5. Wait. 1 second. 1 second. I forgot to pause the music. I'm like, why is this music playing? All right. And get back to the game. All right, now let's get to the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all with me? 11.
Yep.
12. All right, let's get into game number 2 between Cosmic Nebula and Shadow of Igris. Shadow of Igris taking the victory in game number 1.
All right, here we are. Let's kind of looking like a standard 5-point. I don't like that the minimap is showing Nico as Zaya and not just as a Nico for us, but here we are.
Yeah, and that's teleport for the Seraphine bot lane. She's definitely going to be able to just push waves, and she should be pretty safe for most of the game, honestly. That should allow Nautilus to have lots of roam timers to really just help out the top side of the map.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to wait for Kiwi to hit probably the last chapter because
Yeah.
she needs a little bit of damage before she can just straight up clear waves.
Yeah.
But with Braum Zaya, I mean, unless they're playing it really well, it's going to be hard to dive. Unless, you know, again, they get some early kills or they have jungle helping them.
Mm-hmm.
grasp
right.
coming in for Yone here. That is the
Yeah,
normal thing, I guess, now.
Yeah, we also
Yeah.
have grasp on the smolder.
Yep. Okay.
Pretty normal thing to see nowadays. So it's not like anything
Yeah.
crazy, but stinging doesn't have teleport though. So the stinging's looking for straight up lane
Kills.
priority here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here to kill.
Just like last game on the Pantheon.
Yeah, a nice hook there by Twig, getting down some poke onto Inviction, a quarter of his
That was
HP.
really nice.
Gone already. All right, so while it's nice and slow, let's place bets. When is Smolder hitting 225 stacks?
Oh,
25, 17, 24.
I'm gonna
No
say
way,
I'm
man.
gonna say 21 minutes.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm gonna say
I'll
20
say-
minutes. I'm gonna say 20
I'll say
minutes.
23 then. I'll take the over.
Yeah, we have some votes in the chat. Lucky is saying 16 minutes and 13 seconds.
Oh my god.
Pretty confident. That's the coach
Yeah.
for Cosmic, by the way.
Yeah, respect.
Ooh, a hook onto
Nice hook.
Inviction there. Inviction's gonna get dropped down to a third of the HP.
He didn't actually take his E level 2, so he just took all that damage.
Yeah, and there was quite a trade in the mid lane there. Ford having a massive HP lead here.
Might be about even in CS though after this wave.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good for Ford. You want to see this Yone get that lead. You want to make sure that Kled doesn't crucially get a lead, and he's keeping it well. He's giving a lot of pressure on the Kled.
Smolder getting the early back. Little cheese back for the long sword.
Yeah, that. I guess he doesn't know where Nico is, to be fair. Now, Stinging, looking for a trade. He does get mounted up. Ford could be in a little bit of danger. He misses a Q. That's going to be a double charge and the pull onto Ford. Ford's going to get dropped down to 200, 150 HP. But no kill is going to come through yet. And oh, we do have a hook. But now Nico is there as a minion. This could be trouble here for Twig. Twig is going to get dropped down to 100 HP. But no kill is going to follow up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nocturne
really
in the
nice
bush,
timer, but
bad timing. Yeah, and good
Yeah.
timing from Vimstat there on the gank.
Yeah,
but now it
Vimstat.
puts him a little bit behind. in
Vimstat's
the
a minion again.
jungle.
Vimstat is a minion again. Tries
Yeah.
to get the root, but doesn't hit. And a first blood there for
Oh!
Kiwi, thanks to the
Almost a double
tower.
kill.
Yeah, that was a
Little
huge
too-
misplay.
Yeah, a little too fast and loose there. Minion again. He is wasting a lot of time down here. If this doesn't
mean,
work out.
I mean, he doesn't have anything to clear, at least.
Yeah, Nocturne's getting both of the
Always
scuttle
spawning.
crabs.
Yeah. Ford, Sting is dismounted again, but he's starting to stack up that mount, and he does get the Ignite Flash forward by
Oh.
Sting, but it could have been detrimental, and he's going to
Oh.
fall to Ford. Oh, a little too aggressive there. Vimstat trying to
Yeah, I
look
think he could
for...
have flashed earlier for the ignite if he wanted to, but not there.
Yeah, the damage is not quite enough. And that's the power of the Doran shield. You just heal so much and you reduce the auto damage by so much. It's actually a lot of value, especially
and
on
that-
melee.
That was
characters.
big for Ford. I mean, Kled's going to lose a lot of minions in the mid lane. Ford got the full push in. He's up about 10 CS, 12 CS to get some lifesteal. Make sure that he can survive these trades even better.
Yeah, huge win for Igris.
Oh,
Oh, the
Flash
flash.
A
engage.
flash by Invection
Double
and
flash.
P Street. They couldn't quite connect the stun onto Kiwi, though. So she's going to
Yeah,
get out
two
there
flashes for
scot-free.
one.
A
Yeah.
little greedy, and right before Dragon, too. Might want to opt for Grub Fight now. Level 6 on Yone here.
Yeah, Yone's trying to get a little bit aggressive here onto Stinging. He does get some decent damage out. Sting's going to dash forward, though. I
Ooh.
think that was on accident, but Ford doesn't have any cooldowns to like, keep the fight going.
That was a really nice trade, though. It's actually beneficial to Ford to not dismount him, because now Stinging Chicken can't get remounted easily.
Yeah, Nico, as a minion, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I hate casting that champion.
I think Kled noticed, though. Or at least was quite wary of the wave.
Ford looking for a little bit of a quick cheeky trade there, but does take a shower shot. But Inviction's Guardian. Yeah, Stinging about to remount again.
Yeah, everyone's up here. Oh, but Nocturne actually went bot lane.
Yeah, they are gonna.
Test the void grubs.
Yeah, they are starting grubs up for Shadow of Igris. Bread, notably, up a lot of farm.
Yep.
Yeah, Nocturne's not really in a good position though to get anything right now. So this might be a free grub take.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
trade
they're
of
talking about
the.
dragon trade right now. And
Yeah, no trade to speak of yet. They are putting pings on it though. They're trying to clear out some vision. Ford gonna get down, but Twig gonna get here for the gank. Ford does get the ultimate off the Twig. I feel like could have kind of blocked that, but I mean that is a pretty big cooldown to use right before Drake. And now Ford
Yeah.
stepping up once again. Twig is here, but Inviction
well
is covering. He's trying to get this push in.
Wave in, yeah.
Twig's going to step up, but they don't know Nocturne's here. Nocturne does have paranoia. He's going to drop it. Ford's going to get hit, but Nico's here to try to save the day, but it's not going to be enough. A nice ultimate there by Kiwi to hit all three members, and that's going to be 2 for nothing.
Yeah, big Seraphine
Yeah.
clutches up the fight. And it looks like they're just going to get Dragon off that.
Yeah.
it's just a mismanagement of timers by Igris right there. I mean, Cosmic had the bot wave pushed in, and they had the jungler there. I guess they didn't know that, but also Nocturne's level 6 over the Nico.
E-Street
So
could be in danger. He's going to get knocked and hit by so much CC. Misses the E pullback, gets rooted again. He's going to drop the ultimate, but I think it was a little bit too late, and he's going to fall to Kiwi's auto.
yeah, way too late. I think if he just ulties immediately, I think he just gets to walk away. But
I think he was locked in the knock-up on the Nautilus Q during all the damage, so he tried to wait.
Yeah, we have a wolf walking into lane. I think they might know. I'm not gonna lie. Ford looking to try to get some trade onto Stinging. Stinging might get dismounted here. Oh, not quite.
whoa.
All right, we're gonna do a stack check here on to Bread. Bread at 60 stacks, 8 minutes in, which is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Stinging.
Yeah, that's very good. It's also a 20 CS. Really nice for the
level 7.
smolder.
I really want to see this Kled get out of lane here. It looks like he's going to need a back before he's able to do anything, though.
Yeah, Ford looking to try to get some aggressive trades there. Doesn't want Kled to remount in his face. I think if he hits another knockup with his E, he can just hit that ultimate, and Kled should fall. Oh, but Kled is going to remount, actually, so kind of lost that opportunity.
Yeah, and I actually think bot lane's going so well for Cosmic that the Kled doesn't even need to like force any plays right now. I think this game state's going actually perfectly for them, where Smolder is just getting the farm and stack up, and bot lane's getting the lead that they
Yeah, if they want
that
to
they
wait out
wanted.
time,
Yeah,
if they want to wait out time, it's not.
Lord Coffee Table looking for trying to make a trade, but Paranoia is going to drop. That's going to be Ford getting caught out. That's going to be Kled ult going forward as well. Ford's going to tank it, but now we're shifting down to the bot lane fight here. P Street going to get engaged on here by Twig, going to get dropped down to 250 HP, and he's going to survive for now.
That Nocturne actually spell shield the Yone ult.
Oh,
Very
and
nice.
Vixen's going to get dropped by Kiwi. What a nice hook there by Twig.
That was really nice. Eviction not really respecting the QCD, and it's a really nice find. Oh, so close.
As well.
P Street
Yeah.
buying time for his ultimate down here.
It still has ultimate. They shouldn't really be able to dive him.
Bread did lose his flash in that skirmish topside, or the trading topside. And that could actually make him
Power.
pretty susceptible to a gank.
Yeah,
Lord
we're gonna get
Coffee
a
Table held his flash there, so
yeah. Ford picking up a lot of plates here mid. Already 4 in his pocket.
and he's up 30 CS right now.
Yeah,
Over.
surprisingly, Smolder has no plates, which honestly I thought Smolder would get a few plates here, but
Grubs are up here. Doesn't look like Nocturne's in the best position to fight for these. Nautilus walking back bot. Definitely should be giving these now.
Yeah, most of their lead is on the Seraphine, so I think it's smart
They might
too.
want to walk through bot here with Kled if they can. Seraphine has a lot of kills.
yeah, but Seraphine also needs the back. She's sitting at 1,300 gold.
Seraph's Embrace already.
Yeah.
These purchase.
I'm honestly surprised that Kiwi opted to just build Seraphs straight up.
Big backstop.
I feel like you can just get a tier and then prioritize your more higher impact items, but
Yeah, maybe he's gonna be, or she's gonna be by herself down here, bot, and she just wants to clear the waves and not die.
yeah.
Just really respectable too. Let's see if Nautilus can do anything on the map here on this timer. Yone is getting a back, not letting anything happen there.
Yeah, Kiwi stepping up to try to defend this ward, but it's not going to be able to get it. And now
Yeah,
we hear a
Nico
Kled ult
going
happening
down.
bot lane. Here comes Kled. He does hit Braum, but I don't know if that's the
Oh.
target you want. Nice ultimate there by P Street. Inviction's going to get dropped. Inviction's going to fall, but Sting is tanking the tower.
Mounted.
Ignite does
Oh.
complete it.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
almost,
actually
that was almost dangerous for them,
so-
to be
yeah,
honest.
it was really close to being dangerous. The not rather
Oh,
the
Paranoia
Kled Q-
dropping down onto Ford. Ford was trying to get that tower, but he might have greeted it a little bit too hard. The Q isn't going to connect. But can he get in range? Nocturne's trying to finish the kill.
Nico's
Vimstat's
there.
looking for a save, but he's not going to get there
Ooh.
quite in time. But he should be able to pick up the trade in response. And honestly, I think that's pretty worth for Shadow of Igris. First tower and a 1-for-1.
Yeah, not bad. 1-for-1 for a
Yeah.
Nocturnal isn't that bad either.
That is a lot of gold on the Yone right now. He is going to be really strong.
Yeah,
Side here actually has the gold advantage. Almost 2k on, or 1.5k on Seraphine here.
yeah. Smolder at 110 stacks. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, that Vimstat damage. Kind of nutty. He went Proto Belt. I know not the favorite AP item of any player really, but we're gonna have to see how well Vimstat can use that Proto Belt to try to get into good positions to hit those massive pop blossoms.
Yeah, the problem is that not only is Seraphine
Oh.
the strong side,
Ford getting down so much damage.
yeah, they're basically getting this dragon for free. There's no ulti on Vimstat, so they don't really have a good way to fight this. Yeah, the Seraphine is just way too powerful to really be walking into, especially when she has ulti.
Yeah,
That's second dragon over to
Yeah.
Cosmic.
I mean, it's a standard trade, 6 grubs for 2 drakes. A lot of teams do it.
Yeah, and the grubs could get a lot of use from this Yone.
Oh,
On
but
the side
Stinging
lanes.
could be in trouble. He does get the remount though,
Oh!
and Paranoia is gonna fall down onto Ford. Can he get away from the Nocturne? It looks like he can.
He's
I
going
feel
back
like
in.
I feel like if Ford popped back a little bit sooner, I'm pretty sure he had the kill there. It put up the mark as if he was gonna kill her, or kill him.
Yeah. It was a little greedy of him,
Yeah.
but
Now Bread, that's a lot of damage from Maokai. I'm
Very
not gonna
much
lie. Oh, we see Nico. Look at where Nico's at. Gonna pretend to be a minion.
this is unfortunate timing. The Seraphine, actually, Seraphine has TP. She could TP
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah, Kiwi could be in a pretty bad spot if she looks for that TP.
No,
Doesn't?
deciding not to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
plays
she.
to play for here anyways.
Yeah. I don't think she knew Nico was there, but I mean now they should. But this should be tower falling. I feel like they're
Yeah, 6 scrubs.
yeah 6 grubs. I mean Kiwi's gonna try to stop it, but Kiwi has to be careful here. You don't want to step up, especially against Vimstat. Pop Blossom's gonna go forward, but that's gonna be the flash of Seraphine. That's a pretty big cooldown.
Yeah, it was a nice flash, but you're definitely right. There's not really too much reason to walk up there. The tower's
Out
gone.
of the bush
Pretty much
here.
no matter what.
Not in the bush. They see him. Not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah, Nocturne's on Rift Herald here. They could try to dive top.
Oh,
off this.
Bread
Wow.
could look for a kill here. He's gonna drop
Yeah.
Mom, but it's gonna be a flash from Lord Coffee Table to save some HP. And Bread at a whopping 150 stacks. But now we have the Kled ult going top side.
Nocturnal is also up if he needs
Yeah.
it.
Malachi gonna drop the ultimate, but doesn't connect. But Vimstat's here onto Stinging Chicken here. Stinging Chicken's gonna get 1 kill, And that should be the tower falling, but now Ford looking for an engage onto the Seraphine. He does connect onto
flash.
both of them. That is a massive Ford ult. Kiwi's going to try to get away. P Street pushing forward. Does get the Seraph's Brock, and that's going to be a nice shutdown there for P Street, and a failed flash by Twig. He's going to try to get to the plant, but he just knocks the enemies over with them, and that's going to be Twig falling, and a nice double kill picked up for P Street.
Yeah, that's actually huge for Shadow of Igris getting 2 kills there. Oh, and really nice play by Ford, just understanding that the play topside is done and that they will have numbers on the bot side.
Nothing really for them to get though here, unfortunately for them. Could have got top tower if the wave was pushed up, possibly, but they just have to get some vision.
Yeah, they're looking for a play onto Nocturne. Nocturne's going to drop the flash. Another flash for Vimstat's Pop Blossom. He's getting so many cooldowns. While Ford is looking for Stinging. Stinging's going to get dismounted here. Can he get the damage down, though? He's going to have to go back. A nice flash over the wall to keep him safe. Paranoid's going to get dropped down, but he has the flash to get over the wall. And now Stinging's going to be low. Nocturne's looking for more. But it looks like they're just going to call it off. Twig and Kiwi stepping up. Does hit the E. But the clone is there to block the hook.
They might look for another engage.
Yeah, Ford looking onto Kiwi. He's going to pop back to make sure he doesn't get CC'd by Twig. Twig is trying to make some space, but he just doesn't have any action. Another hook onto the clone while P Street takes down Nocturne in the back. And now Twig could be in danger. He's going to get tagged, and he's going to get dropped by Ford. And now Cledel coming in.
Here.
Lord Coffee Table needs to block this, and he does, but that is going to be Kiwi and Bread untouched in the backline. Vincent is at 1 HP, but a flash forward by Bread does pick up the kill. So that's going to be overall a 1 for 2.
Seraphine ultimate is up. They could keep going for the fight if they want to.
Doesn't look like they will, though.
Spawning soon. I think they would rather just get resets in.
Yeah, 40 seconds. They might just clear this wave, get it back, get back on the map.
Yes. Smolder about to hit that crucial point. I think I got the 20 minutes on point here.
Yeah, looks like
I don't know if
it's
they have
Ford.
another fight again. It might be even before.
Ford gonna get hit, and he's gonna get snapped. But Inviction there to block the Q, saving Ford's life. Ford, you gotta be careful here.
Yeah.
Now, Ford does have TP, so you can get back.
They did stand
to
up
this
a little too
dragon,
long,
but-
though. Brahm's not going to be able to be here, and this should be just another dragon give. Although it doesn't look like Cosmic's actually in the best position to start it on spawn.
Yeah, Smolder.
Brahm's almost back.
Smolder 10 stacks away, and we have a DC here by Ford. And he's going to get... Oh, no, that's going to be the clone. It looks like he reconnected back pretty fast. Dragon's going to get started up here. Twig looking to try to make some space. Ford and Bimstat looking forward. Inviction does hit it and hits a massive volt there onto Seraphine. Seraphine down half HP. Paranoid is going to get dropped while Mom comes in. A flash away there from Inviction. But a huge ultimate by Kiwi. But Pop Blossom's there to try to get the turn. But Smolder just hit the 225, and he's going to delete the enemy team.
Yeah,
And that is going to be...
was monstrous.
the Nautilus Seraphine combo there.
Yeah, and Smolder hitting his crucial 225 at 19 minutes and 35 seconds.
Incredibly fast.
Yeah. And that was,
Haven't shooten
that was
yet.
such a good team fight by them.
Now just heralding through mid. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this tower. They definitely can if they want to.
Yeah, they're going to get a charge here.
The herald, the inhib.
Yeah,
Yeah, just getting the charge and getting out.
they really need to connect some damage here under Bread.
And getting that bot tower is pretty massive here.
That's going to be a lot of gold. The gold lead, by the way, before that fight was basically dead even and immediately 6,000 gold in the favor of Cosmic.
Yeah. I mean, such a huge play. 5 for 0, and they get the dragon. Get 2 towers
Nocturne's up
off
about
the back of it, too.
1400. Smolder's up almost 4,000 gold.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my
Oh
god.
my god. Hey. Bright side for Shadow of Igris, they can't pick Smolder again.
Yeah.
that is true.
Smolder also holding on to this coal the whole time. Not entirely sure how it works. I guess he just wants the on-hit HP.
Yeah,
Stab, but-
typically you only sell coal once you have, like, if you need, like, 200 gold. because it sells for like 180. Because Smolder already got the cashback value. So like right now that is just like a net 0 item, and then when he sells it, it'll be a net 180 item.
I see Igris here trying to play some time, get back into the game a little bit, maybe look for one more item before they have to fight, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough though. They really need to
Yeah,
connect this
probably.
damage onto
To
bread.
choose.
Yeah, I it's just so hard for them to. Yeah. I mean,
They
I
have
would
a lot of AoE.
I would even say Kiwi is less important than Smolder at this stage because Smolder does now have that passive.
I would say
But
almost
Vimstat looking for a play there with Pop Blossom. I didn't even know he was in that wave, and now Bread could be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh.
But he's actually going to pick up a kill in a
Oh.
2v1. Nocturne's not going to even get there. Bread just might fall, but that is going to be 2 for 1 in favor of in favor of Cosmic.
And that might be Baron.
It looks like they
Oh,
might be
we do have a
fighting
fight
low.
breaking out. Stinging, trying to look for P-Street. He's going to get exhausted. Eviction is here to make sure he can stay alive, but a flash over the wall by Nocturne to get the fear on the P-Street, but P-Street's going to flash away. Almost gets the remount. Barrier is going to save his life for now. Let's see if he can push it for some more, but he's going to get sniped by the Nocturne Q, and that should be Eviction falling too sweet. Woo, what some massive plays there.
I don't think they can get the Baron unless Kiwi can teleport to there. I don't know if Nocturne Nautilus will have enough damage.
Nico is up as well. I don't
Oh,
know if I
actually,
with them, but
yeah, the Smolder's spawning in just 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's a Smolder
oh, they're
TP.
doing the TP though.
Yeah, Vimstat and Ford, they have to make the hero play if they want to stay into this game. You do not want to give over Baron when you're 5k down. They have the vision. Another TP in. No Pop Blossom for Vimstat. No flash, but Ford's going to go over the wall to try to get some damage, try to push him away. It is at 7,000. 6,000. Pop Blossom almost up. It should be up just in time. 4,000. Ford's getting down so much damage onto Twig. Twig is low, but a nice hook onto Nico. Nico's going to get the Pop Blossom just before he dies, but he's not going to be able to follow it up with any damage. Ford doesn't know where to go in, and now Stinging Chicken is in there on top of Lord Coffee Table. Ford's sitting in the bush trying to stay near them. He's going to hit the E, but he flashes. What is he flashing? There's nothing there. He has to fight. He has to try to get down some damage. He's going to get over the wall, and that's going to be Maokai ult to try to buy some time. Kled is dismounted.
Yone ult coming up here in about 5 seconds. Same with Zaya.
Yeah, but do they have the damage here for Bread and Kiwi at the same time? They don't have the burst from Vimstat. They're trying to get down some damage. Lord Coffee Table going to get chunked. He's going to hit an E or a nice W and try to get a knockup, but that's not going to be enough. Bread flashes out of the way, and Ford is going to have to pull back immediately while Eviction does get knocked up.
A little disjointed there from Igris on that engage.
And that's going to be Soul at the very least. That's spawning in just a couple seconds.
I think that should be both.
That's
It looks like they might just go down for the Dragon Soul, though. I think that's probably the smart play. Just guarantee you get that and get that permanent buff.
Oh, he left the game again.
And we have a pause and an immediate unpause. And what an explosive ending for this game. It started out so passively, so normal. And then just for the last 8 minutes, it's been explosive fight after explosive fight. Now Ford, he doesn't hit the E over the wall. I think he was trying to look for Bread there, but he's going to get caught out here by Twig. And now Ford could be in danger. That's going to be Nautilus ult dropping, and a kill picked up for Bread. Soul going to be confirmed for Cosmic, and a Mountain Soul against this team. It just looks like the odds are never in Igris' favor.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
they are
hard to
so far
figure it out
behind now.
Yeah, Yone has to carry a lot of these fights.
Yeah. Vimstat just not quite at the power that you need him to be.
Yeah, well, Cosmic's been doing a really good job of finding picks kind of before the fight has even started. Or just getting some poke damage even before it starts, and I think that's working a lot.
Here. Seraphine's on the wrong side with no TP though, looking for a back. So Baron's gonna be delayed about an extra 10 seconds. Oh, actually stops to push the wave.
Yeah, this is an interesting play here. I feel like Kiwi needs to be here. Nico disguises the minion sitting on a wave, or on a ward.
Okay, they're just dancing, just wasting each other's time a little bit.
Yeah, they need to buy time for Kiwi to get here. I feel like. Oh.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
nice part for Cosmic is they have a lot of time to work with. I mean, Smolder's only gonna be getting stronger, so they
Yeah,
can afford to push out an extra wave if they need to.
yeah. At this stage in the game, Shadow of Igris just needs to play for split at this point. Inviction's going to flash forward, or Vimstat's going to flash forward with the Pop Blossom to hit onto Bread. Bread's going to get brought down pretty vulnerable, but he's not dying. He's so tanky. We do have Maokai trying to get forward, but Ford misses the ult. It's a huge whiff. They do get the kill, but Seraphine is sat untouched in the back line. Her shields, her heals, her damage is just too much for Shadow of Igris to deal with. That's going to be 4 for 1. Baron should be free as a cucumber. I don't know what that saying is.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
all full HP. That fight did not look close.
Yeah,
No, it was a really hard force by Vimstat.
Yeah, the Pop Blossom didn't really get the value he wanted with his flash there. And a really good turn from Kiwi and Bread here.
Yeah, that Seraphine ulti just buys him so much time.
And they're just not taking any damage from this Baron, thanks to Seraphine.
Nope.
That Death Cap also might be coming in here after this back. That'll just...
Yeah, 4 items for Smolder as well.
Yeah, BT. Man, Smolder's looking pretty unkillable right now.
Yeah, and thanks to that Undying Grasp, Smolder's just so tanky. Like,
Yep, he has
I mean, he got hit by Pop Blossom. He got hit by Pop Blossom in that last fight, took almost no damage to his HP.
Yep.
And then crucially, Ford missed the ultimate, which was just so tragic.
Now Ford, though, does have the full jock show. Maybe he's tanky enough to win these fights.
I
I think they just need to slow it down and maybe like hope that this game goes to 40 minutes at this point.
Yeah, I really think Ford needed to maybe go like shield bow or something. Like you need more damage. Like being tankier, I don't feel like is going to be how you out damage a Seraphine and a Smolder.
No, I definitely agree with that.
just
I
it
think
would work.
Twig with the hook onto onto Peachtree. He's gonna have to pop that ultimate immediately, and now we have Paranoia and a huge kill there for Nocturne, and another kill picked up with Kiwi, and now there's a 5v3. Kled is not quite there yet. He's gonna drop the ultimate while they're looking for some more plays. That's gonna be inhibitor falling. It's down to Ford. Yeah, Ford and Vimstat have to try to pull a trigger here. Lord Coffee Table sitting in the back trying to keep the wave away, but he's looking for a trade. I feel like he just needed to step back, and he's going to actually get caught out here instead of catching the wave and trying to delay the push. And that's going to be another kill picked up there for Bread. And that should be the game.
Yeah, they had like maybe 5 seconds of delay. It still would have been a 4v5 as Maokai.
Yeah, we do have Vimstat going for it. A nice Pop Blossom there, but it's too little too late. Ford's trying to get on the back line, but does almost no damage to Bread. He's just so tanky, so impossible to kill. And that is going to be the last Nexus Tower falling. It is just down to the Nexus. Ford and Peachtree have to make the most crazy play ever, but it's just not going to happen. Everyone's hitting the Nexus, and that's going to be game number 2 going to Cosmic.
1-1.
yeah, really well played by Cosmic that game. Them getting that bot lane so far ahead so early on just made it so much easier for the rest of the team to play.
Yep, and that Nocturne got stats. He got some kills early.
Oh,
So he's
baby,
just
game
being
number
rallied
3.
up.
And,
Yeah, we are
true
going to
fearless
game
craft.
3. Smolder top in the damage charts by a massive margin this game. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really isn't.
Yeah, 46k for Smolder. Next most is 20? Wow. Yeah, more than double the second most in the game. Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, Smolder went crazy. And yeah, I just spent the last couple minutes clicking 20 different champions to disable. So we are ready. Because whenever I saw the game 3 was going to be happening, I just thought like, well, time to click and disable these champions. But that means we will be having a very interesting game 3 draft coming up soon after a short little break. I may also need to run to the restroom real quick, so we're going to have a short little extended break here, and we'll be right back whenever we are ready to start the draft for game number 3.
of cold. Your love is my command each time you drop me off the road. My grace has stripped me to the bone. Saw the tidal wave crashing. I stayed for one last street of hope. I thought you'd always let your guard down, down, down. Thought you'd always let your guard down, 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 down.
Wait, did they miss that? Did we miss that I was in the bathroom? Oh no!
I don't know.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
ready though. Oh, we don't have the link, by the way. You never posted it. to us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I tried to run to the restroom. 1 second.
I crave it right.
Let me get you guys a link. Post it in the castle
I'll
chat.
say you need to update this course, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's how I didn't say I was ready yet. All these things.
And we're back in it, boys. Shadow River's taking the side of blue side. First picking Jinx. Big bands, everything. No. Jinx first pick though, that is an interesting one. I don't think Jinx is as strong as she's still strong, but I don't know if she's blind pick worthy. And Ashe and Thresh are gonna be the answer here for Cosmic.
Or the Alawi top. We saw that ban the first 2 games.
Yeah.
I
feel like-
also, a Shadow of Igris on the blue side, Cosmic Nebula on the red side, so the names are also wrong. It's fine. We'll do it live. Wait, you guys still here? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
We're just in the next band phase. Cosmic going for the classic Ashe pick. What a super strong ADC, especially into low mobility ADCs like Jinx. And then there's going to be the Thresh. So Jinx is for sure going to take cleanse this game, without a doubt.
The Alawi
I
got
hope.
through camp select this time.
Yeah. Now, Alawi can be quite dangerous, but
no, we
Actually-
saw Brad go crazy on Alawi yesterday.
yeah, I honestly feel like that is quite a pick to let through. Because Coffee Table is typically picking tanks, you know?
Yeah.
And they banned Mordekaiser, maybe preemptively, thinking
Oh,
it
yeah.
would come through as a counter.
Yeah, so there's a lot of big threats already on the side of Cosmic. We do have the Yamumu, though, so it's super good team fighting jungle, along with the Lulu pairing with Jinx. So Lulu, one of those like just super annoying kind of like rat hobo supports that no one likes playing against, but here we are. She's in the game. I hate that champion. I love her. I love it when it's on my team. Hate playing against it. But
Buy
a
pick.
nice buy pickup here. I feel like that's going to be huge. Just having the Ashe ultimate to make picks, having the Vi ultimate to make picks, a lot of areas to really just shut down this Jinx. So Shadow of Igris is going to need to draft more damage threats. They need more targets, or else everything's going to go to Jinx. And we do have the Malphite, not
Not
quite the
exactly what
damage
you wanna
target.
see.
I mean,
Yeah.
Malphite's good. Into Alawi, I don't know. And then there's Lysandra. Okay, so Jinx is just not going to play the game, and then hope that Mumu can win the game for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of CC on the side of Igris if this Lysandra comes through. And quite a bit of AoE as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that, I mean, their main damage source in the Jinx has to watch out for. And if she gets
Yep.
picked in any one of these fights, it could just be game over.
Wow, the Vel'Koz coming through.
Yeah, that does not sound like a great lane for Lysandra.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it
I
does
think
not.
Igris has to be ahead early here because if they get behind at all, their damage is just gonna drop off a cliff, and I don't know how easy it's gonna be for them to come back. They do have a lot of CC though.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to peel off the Vi. The Vibe Vel'Koz combo is going to be.
Yeah.
The good news
Pretty
is
strong.
though, is
Except Boo-Boo.
the main damage sources on Cosmic, just like how Shadow of Igris is, have very low mobility. Ashe, they'll cause not exactly the I'm gonna dodge all your CC because I'm so fast kind of champions,
I
you
feel
know?
like Alawi's about to be a main source of damage as well.
It is possible. It really depends on what Malphite does.
Well,
There's a
Malphite
world.
have to go in, so Alawi's gonna have some value here no matter what.
Yeah.
I think how top lane's been going, I feel like Alawi's going to be a monster unless they do something about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very well could be.
Especially just
I've
like
seen
just seeing how Brett just played Alawi yesterday and did well.
I've seen a
Them top side too for Igris.
yeah. I've seen a few very rare cases where Malphite will take comment, and then if the Malphite's good enough, will beat Alawi. But it's really dependent on Malphite dodging those E's. If he gets hit by Alawi E, gets the soul ripped out of his body, he's just not gonna have the HP to make any good trades.
He's going to have a very bad time.
I just really think the side lane with Alawi is going to be so hard for Igris to stop. Like, who do they send to match in the side lane? Even if they send like Malphite and Lissandra, I just don't think they have enough damage to kill Alawi.
I
think
don't like this draft
Right.
at all for Shadow of Igris. Yeah.
I think Lissandra can match Alawi, not in terms of like killing Alawi,
In terms of wave clear.
but Lissandra has the wave clear and the range to just kind of keep Alawi away from the tower and then TP into fights when she's needed. Because it's not like Alawi can stop a TP. Lissandra can though.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Is that Vel'Koz locked in, says Stevie?
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
I think if you're Igris though, you really want Lissandra with your team so you can be looking to try to like snap engage on
Yeah, you need
an
those
Ashe or
I mean-
Vel'Koz.
I mean, they have so much snap engage even without Lissandra. You have the Malphite ult, you have the
That is
Amumu
true.
Qs. Like, it's not like they're lacking, you know?
Yeah, I say Malphite has to go in and use his HP. He needs to soak a lot of Vel'Koz abilities. And then if Lulu can just peel by, then this game might go really well. But if they can't peel this Jinx, it's gonna be next to impossible, I feel like.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on the bot lane in this game. I want to see
wanna
them stat.
Lissandra move.
Yeah, Ford needs to move. Amumu needs to move a lot this game to
Yeah.
make sure that Jinx has the lead that she needs to carry this game. Because there's a point where if you get Jinx ahead fast enough, Alawi is not going to be able to split push because her team's just going to be dead.
I want to see Malphite ult bot, honestly, when he has TP up and just sack a wave or two top, because I don't think that lane is going to matter. He's going to be behind. Pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, I think it should be 5 people bot for Igris as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, with Thresh you can play so safe. I mean,
Yeah, if he plays the
lantern just
it's
gets-
gonna be hard.
yeah.
But there's also the caveat of you have Ashe, you want to be aggressive in lane, you want to hit those hooks. So if they don't have good vision, there's a chance that they're just gonna be over pushed trying to get some aggressive
There's
trading
also
in.
the chance that Cosmic Nebula just wins a 2v2 fight early on with
Yeah.
Thresh Ashe, and the game is just so hard from that point on.
All right. Well, we're looking at the comps. We're looking at the teams. It's 1-for-1 right now. Who are you guys giving the edge to in the final game of the series?
I'm gonna have to say Cosmic Nebula.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna pipe up and say Cosmic Nebula right now. Yeah.
Opperto, you got any devil's advocate to play here, or
I think it all depends on this early game, really. But I'm gonna give the edge to Cosmic. I think they played the last game really well, and I think they have a slight edge in the draft here.
all right?
Who knows?
Hey, if Jinx becomes huge, this game could look very different.
Yep.
But like, we need a massive Jinx. I think it's very
Honestly,
crucial.
Amumu too.
Yeah.
Amumu could be Andres here
Oh yeah,
in the head. He might be able to carry these fights.
it is Mr. 264 LP Vimstat. Maybe he can make it
It
happen.
only takes one reset for Jinx to pop off in these fights.
Fair.
Yeah.
Only one, and they have the team to blow up at least one person. So
Fair enough. There is a chance, and that's the reason why we play the game. We got about 2 minutes in the spectator delay. We're gonna hit you guys with that 1 minute ad to turn off the pre-roll ads, and we will see you guys back whenever we hit the rift.
You've applied the pressure to have me crystallized, and you have the faith that I could bring paradise. I'll forgive and forget before I'm paralyzed. Do I have to keep up this pace to keep you satisfied? You don't move slow, taking steps in my direction. The sound echoes. Does it lessen your affection? No. You sound foolish, pushing this aside, but don't bow down. I won't leave alive. Glaciers are melted too.
Are we paused at 5?
Yes, we
Yep.
are.
Okay, let's get into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8,
Yep.
9, 10. Let's get into game number 3 between Shadow of Igris and Cosmic Nebula. And the second game was taken by Cosmic Nebula. Game 1 was taken by Shadow of Igris. So now here we'll see who ends up winning the series.
Yeah, we
Last
will.
game
And we
of the
Get some
night.
pressure coming on the top side. Might be a little invade.
Yeah, we got a lot of pings going down right now.
Yeah.
Twig is going to step up, but Vimsat should catch this out, and he's going to just walk away while a ward's going to get dropped. And that's going to be cleared. No XP on wards
Yep.
for all those new viewers out there, so it's not going to get anyone level 2 quickly. It's just 10 gold in Ash's pocket.
And double cleanse coming in from both ADCs here.
A lot of respect being given.
Actually, I guess there's a lot of CC on the side of Shadow
Yeah.
Vigorous here.
I don't know what Jinx is cleansing other than Hook.
Ash Arrow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I forgot about that.
All right, we have to see. This is gonna be a tough bot lane. This is gonna
Yeah.
this is gonna be so tough for them.
That is what you want to see. Samumu needs
What-
to do a little more damagey build
Mm-hmm.
if he can.
Or actually, a leash coming through for the
Yeah, imagine leashing your
Alright.
jungler. Report them.
in 2024.
Yeah,
Come on.
who are these people? And also on top of that, Vi built a pot.
Yep. I believe they build a pot every game.
Oh, did they?
That person, yeah.
Well, fix that, Coach Lucky. You don't need no pots in jungle.
I think you can go pot if you're going to invade, but most people aren't doing it for that reason.
Coach Coach Lucky, I love pot. Oh wait, we met in game. That is the biggest true in the world. Bread already starting to build up a sizable CS lead in the top side. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Malphite's
see.
scared.
Yeah, and Malphite also didn't go
Helmet.
comment,
Yeah.
so he's gonna have no trading power whatsoever.
Yeah, these trades
I
can
don't
be
feel like
quite one-sided.
you're ever trying to melee trade with an Alawi.
Oh,
And
Vi's
already
down
Vi
here.
walking down in the bot lane, he is level 3. P-Streak's gonna get the slow onto Kiwi, but I think they're in a little bit of a bad spot, and Vixen's gonna drop the flash. P-Streak is gonna fall. Why are we popping the heal? And that's gonna be first blood picked up for Kiwi, and now when Vixen just might fall, he doesn't have flash to get away, and that is a double kill for Ash, and that is not how you want the game to start.
No, and Eviction
Really big
tries
problem.
to save P Street enough just to get him to kill the Ash, but it doesn't come through, and he ends up dying as well. Really tough start for Igris.
Yeah, really unfortunate they both died there, and Ash got both kills.
Yep.
Lane is gonna be quite hard now.
The Ash is about to have a crazy pack.
Yeah, Ashton at 2,000 gold already. We're gonna need Bimstat. Put it on the pressure to get this this bot lane in control.
I'm looking at mid lane there, while Vi was bot, but Vel'Koz had a good vision and was able to play it safe enough not to die.
Yeah, Lissandra's definitely going to be that like level 6 gank though. Like that should be free kills. There's no cleanse for Vel'Koz.
Yeah, should be.
Just hovering around mid right now, though.
Getting the scuttle.
Maybe
crab.
looking to, yeah.
Maybe hitting a ward right now.
Ooh, a nice trade there for Stinging.
That was a lot of damage.
Got a
Yeah,
ward. I
Ford.
don't know if that
Ford's
ward's
gonna have to be
super
careful
accurate.
here. Yeah. Oh, they spot Vi on the ward. And there's the hawk shot. That's going to spot a Mumu, and a nice hook there by Twig. P-Street's going to drop the trap and take some pretty hefty damage there.
Trade though. From
Yeah, that was a really nice polymorph by Eviction to just reduce a lot of the damage going out
Vi
there.
sneaking up into the lane here, looking for a lane gank.
Yeah,
Must
but
be
a
counter
Mumu
gank for Mumu.
is down here, but he's going to start the back.
Yeah, he doesn't have any items yet. Doesn't really want to stay on the map with no gold.
Looks like
And he is going for
Cosmic
that
might just
early
be
on
starting the
raise.
dragon.
Yeah, we have pings on the grubs there by Bimstat.
Yeah, they
So
know
they
they
sh-
have no prio bot side right now.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't really have prio top side either to try to get these
Yeah.
grubs, so...
Yeah, Lowy's might be hard to play into. She has a good ward here too.
Yeah, and Alawi level 6 now, so she has that 2v1 potential.
Yeah. Already a 25 CS lead for top side.
Yeah, but Ford is going to, or not Ford, Bimstat going to start up the grubs. We have Eviction moving up here, and Coffee Table is going to help him here, but I feel that's a pretty big wave to miss to help with grubs.
Yeah, Amumu has a little bit of a lead in jungle item here. Could have a smite advantage by 15 minutes. But so far it's not going to matter too much. So he's looking mid lane here.
Yeah,
like they
Ford
call
going
out.
forward, hits the ultimate onto Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is going to get rooted up as well, and a nice Q there by Bimstat. This
No
should be Stinging
flash.
dropping. There's going to be no flash. Trying to give the kill over, and he does give it to Ford.
Yeah, really
So
nice timing
nice-
on that.
Go ahead.
That was
Oh,
it.
that was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just really nice timing. Like,
Yeah.
Uh.
I was gonna say a nice look there. They definitely need to get some gold back into their
Amumu
their
on the
pockets.
Raptors here. Vi's looking at him, sees him right now.
Yeah, but there's no mid there for the side of Cosmic, so Vi's just gonna have to give it.
Yep, I think Amumu did smite it, although I didn't actually see. And 3.5 minutes on the dragon.
Yeah, this is going to be a
Yeah,
pretty
Malawi
free
got
lane
back
for
in,
Alawi.
back.
Yeah, like
That was
it's
lane 3.
it's already a 35 CS lead on the top side.
Yeah.
Getting
They're,
that
they're
grasp auto, but running out of mana.
trying his best. Kiwi, level 6 now, has access to the Crystal Arrow.
Looks like red side's gonna be playing for bot here. But the timers are a little off, and Vel'Koz has to go back mid.
Yeah, I feel like both
Now
teams need to be playing for
side.
bot. Yeah, we do have the Crystal Arrow coming out, but a nice
Good
cleanse there from
cleanse.
P Street. So it's going to be a
That's
Summoner
actually a
spell
lot
for
of
ultimate.
I still think it's
But
good if you're Cosmic. I mean,
yeah, it is. Like you're going to have about a 2.5 minute window there.
Another force here, maybe into the jungle as they
Yeah,
have a build on
Vim's
that red buff.
Vim's not going to get caught out here, but Vim's not going to go
shit.
forward and hits a double ultimate while Ford goes in, hits a nice double root, and Stinging's going to get dropped down to less than 100 HP, but he's not going to quite fall yet. Vimstat's trying to finish the kill while Ford is buying time in the backline, and Fiction's going to get dropped by Kiwi. But that's going to be 2 for 1 in favor of Shadow of Igris while they pick up another kill onto Kiwi. That's going to be a lot of gold in the pocket of Ford. Can P Street catch out by? He's going to take a pretty aggressive chunk there. He needs to be careful. Vimstat needs the Q over the wall to try to secure the kill. Does connect it. And that is going to be more kills, more gold. Shadow of Igris is going to take that. It gets them back even in this game.
And then Mumu's really happy there. He actually might be able to carry this game. 7 stacks on the Dark Seal. And I think he might have a full Leandries almost on back.
Yeah, we could.
Gold in his pocket.
Yeah, that
was a huge play.
That should be the Leandries there.
Really nice claps by Ford to get there on time. Really big ulti by Vimstat to get. I think it was a 2-man at least.
I think it was a 3-man, yeah.
It was 2.
Yeah,
It was 2.
And then nice rotations there by Inviction and Pisha as well. Inviction flashed over the wall to keep Ford alive longer.
Yeah, we have some pretty big items coming here for Mumu and for Ford, but the gold lead is still in favor of Kiwi in the bot side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Already
Twig gonna
connected.
X-Flash Ford, but doesn't hit the hook. He is gonna get the play. But it doesn't look like it's going to result into any kill. Vimstat trying to 2v1. Ford is there. They're looking for an Eclipse. Malphite has the ultimate. A nice Q there by Vimstat and a knock up there by Lord Coffee Table. This could be a nice 2 for nothing, and it is. Lord Coffee Table going to live despite Alawi ulting.
Yeah, this Amumu is doing so much work right now.
Yeah, 9 stacks now on Dark Seal. This is the damage they needed.
Yeah, already a full Leandries for him, which is just insane.
Yeah, he's massive.
Yeah, and that's going to be the next set of grubs going in their favor as well. So once again, Shadow of Igris going to be at 6 grubs.
Yeah, opting for those grubs over dragons yet again. Hopefully for them it goes a little better this time though.
Yeah, it didn't really pay off in that last game. Now we have a play looking onto Ford. That's going to be Vi's the ultimate. But he's going to drop the ultimate himself, so he's going to buy a little bit of time. He does dodge the knock-up there by Stinging, but the whole team is here. Twig and Kiwi are here. A nice hook, but a double ultimate by Vimstat, and that's going to be a snipe by P Street, but Ford is going to fall to Kiwi, and Vimstat's going to pick up another kill, and they're going to keep going forward. And this is what you wanted for Shadow of Igris. P Street going to get another... Oh, no, actually, Mumu picked up that kill. Kiwi on the run, has to try to get away, but she's not going to get far enough, and he's going to get knocked over with... Kiwi, and that's going to be another kill picked up by Vimstat, but I think Bread should be able to pick this up unless Inviction can get there in time to give him a shield, put down the polymorph if possible. There it is. Can he dodge the E, but a flash forward by Bread is going to get it. A nice ultimate there by Lulu. Bread is still chasing, trying to get more, but Vimstat going to get hit there by Stinging, but Stinging almost going to die there, and now P Street could be in danger. This fight, it just keeps going, and it finally is called off.
And a 450 shutdown for Vel'Koz there.
Yeah, that's actually so huge for Cosmic to get that shutdown. Also getting some stacks off his Dark Seal.
That's another free dragon here, even though Mumu's fed.
Yep. Maybe a little bit too deep by Igris there, but still a huge fight mid lane. I mean, they collapsed on that so well, and this Amumu is just doing all the damage in the world right now.
Yeah, lost half his stacks as well though on Dark Seal, so we'll see if he.
Oh, they're actually fighting this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ford is
actually
going to
moved
drop the
down.
ultimate here, and that's going to be Vi getting dropped down super low. P-Streak's going to get the reset, but Inviction is the one who secures the kill. Now Twig could be in danger. A nice ultimate there with the Ford Q combo, and that's going to be the Dragon secured for Shadow of Igris.
Yeah.
And that's the lead they need this game to take it over.
Yeah,
Almost
another
like
huge,
over
huge
a 50
play.
CS gap though, top lane. This Alawi is
Yeah,
showing
this-
why you don't let it through. But Amumu also has the 20-30 CS differential here. Multiple fights happening, top and bot side.
Yeah,
Ash
sorry.
going down, and Malphite also going down.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh.
Twig going to flash forward there. Ford could be in a little bit of danger.
Wow.
Nice auto there by Twig to get the shutdown. And now Twig trying to get some more, but Vimstat is a little bit too strong for the Thresh.
Yeah, if you hit that hook,
Still nice
Amumu
pickups,
is
though,
gonna
for
be in
Cosmic.
tower, but yeah. Oh, goes for the Q. He's wasting a decent amount of time here on the map, honestly. Although I doubt Vi is gonna go for an invade and punish him on this.
Yeah, this allow is going to be monstrous, though. About
Gonna get stopped
70
again,
CS
or-
up right now.
No, no. Oh, TP coming in from
Oh,
Malphite.
yeah. Bread could be... Actually, I think Bread might be fine here. It's just Inviction
has
here
ult,
to
though.
back
Yeah.
up Lord. Oh, there is no ult there on the Alawi, but his healing
And
is
P-Street's
just so much.
arrived.
Oh, P-Street just arrived, and that's going to be a nice...
Oh,
Oh,
Malphite.
wait. Malphite, stop
was
it, man.
The Bammies. It was the Bammies Cinder.
Oh.
P-Street has 8 assists so far this game. That's a
Jinx
little
losing
unfortunate
stat
if you're the
there.
Jinx,
Little
but
sad on that play.
Ford going to drop the TP down in the
That's
bot
ult
lane.
teleport down for
Yeah.
Igris.
I mean, game's still looking good for Igris, though. They got into the spot where they want to be. Oh, and that's going to be the ult. That'll cause ultimate dropping down, but it's not going to kill Coffee Table. But he doesn't have TP to
Barely
get
not,
back
no.
up here.
Oh, third passive.
Oh, nice
And
damage
wow.
and the
Wow.
snipe. I don't think Coffee Table went to geometry class.
Yeah.
That was a really nice Q. Getting the freebie up there, and although Igris is still gonna get the Rift Herald, and there's not really a trade on the other side of the map.
Mumu really needs to look for a clear here. 2.5 minutes on Dragon, but he needs to get that jungle item upgraded and be useful on the map here. Looks like he's going for the Jock Show. Gonna try to be a super tank right after that Leandri's purchase. And mid-wave, nobody here to pick it up.
Hey,
Jinx isn't
Inviction's there.
it's just Lulu.
Inviction picking up the gold for himself.
But Alawi doesn't seem to want to hit the tower. A little scared. A little dark on the map. And they're getting
Yeah,
vision here.
they've moved Malphite to mid, but Jinx is also going towards bot, so that top lane is just empty.
Yeah,
I
the top
guess-
tower, someone needs to go to defend that, or it's just gone here. It looks like
Yeah.
it's gone anyways.
Blue team's turret has been
Volkov's TP's
destroyed.
coming up. He can stay up there as long as he wants. Just keep the Malphite out of the fight.
Yeah. Malphite does have unstoppable force, though, so he can't exactly TP in the face of Malphite, or else Stingion's going to just get interrupted.
And now 130, looking for their last backs right before Dragon comes up. They should be
Yeah.
looking to get some vision control here soon.
Bimstat does have smite advantage for the next foreseeable future, at least for this next
Yeah,
objective.
Vi should be able to get her upgrade as well.
That's
if
that's
clearing, but
yeah.
let's see.
That's if she goes to the top side. Bimstat looking for a play onto Bread. Bread's gonna hit the E, but and he's just gonna back away. Doesn't want to give Bread that
Ashel.
massive combo.
Ooh, just slightly missing.
Yeah. P-Street trying to get down some damage.
That's
Bimstat's gonna walk
Vi.
right into the base of Vi, and now Vi with the ultimate. He's gonna flash forward, and he doesn't have time to get the ultimate off. And now Inviction could be in danger. Bread trying to get down some damage, and that's gonna be a double kill picked up for Vi. And now it's P-Street against the world, and this should be the Dragon over to Cosmic.
Big
That
pick
is a
on Vi
huge
there.
misplay.
Yeah,
by
Mumu walked way too
Vimstat.
far with no team. Way too far away from the lane.
And he tried to get the flash ulti off, just didn't have enough time. Dies without
Oh,
even.
Coffee
getting the
Table
cast
looking for a
off.
play onto Stinging. He's going to drop the unstoppable force here. Does he have the damage, though? Stinging just can't get away. He's going to drop the
Wow.
flash, and that's going to be Coffee Table giving up on the chase.
Okay.
Now forward, looking for, looks like a delay.
SCP, though.
Yeah. Dragon
Wow,
just
looking to go
now.
back top here, maybe? Oh no, just instantly TPing bot. Making sure this dragon goes in their favor.
Yeah,
Not near
Alawi
range.
looking for some damage here onto Ford's going to step up, hit the W, gets rooted, misses the E. That's going to be Dragon started up for the side of Cosmic. Vimstat is almost here though.
Vimstat will
Vimstat
get
still
here.
has his
Come.
ultimate. They
Yeah.
might just be able to pull this off. Ford getting chased away by Bread. Vimstat's going to look in. He's going to drop down the ultimate, but only connects onto one, and a nice knock up there to keep Vi chain CC, but no more damage is going to follow through. Ford drops ultimate to pick up a kill for himself, while Vimstat is chasing Stinging Chicken all the way to the back, and he's going to pick up that kill. A nice polymorph onto Allow to stop the damage coming through, and they're going to pick up another. Right now it's 3 for none. Vimstat's going to walk right into the hands of Kiwi to give Kiwi a kill for herself. So that's going to be
Now, there's
3
no
for
jungle on
1.
either side.
Yeah, no jungle.
You have the man advantage. Looks like they will go for the dragon here. Don't
Yeah,
see
they
that
know.
before the
They
map.
have to stop. They have to stop Vi. They know Vi is here.
Vi's
Ash
looking.
Arrow gonna go out, gonna hit, connect onto Inviction. They're gonna turn this fight. They're trying to make the steal play happen, but a nice flash there by Lord Coffee Table, and that's gonna be an ace. And Drake secured for
Almost an
Shadow
ace,
of Igris.
Yeah, really well played fight. I actually thought it was going well for Cosmic at the start. They were kiting out the Amumu ulti really well. But then I think there's just too much happening. Ford comes over the wall, makes it really hard for them to play. Kiwi has to flash away, and I just don't think they have enough damage once she's out of the fight.
Yeah, Mumu has basically the double damage build too, with the Abyssal reducing all the MR for the enemy team with, you know, at least triple AP, quadruple really.
Yeah,
That's
and
gonna
that
be a lot of damage as well.
yeah, it's a mass. It's even more of a pickup here for Vimstat instead of the standard Jock show, because Ford is just so fed on the Cassandra. Your kills aren't really on to Jinx right now, so you don't really necessarily need to play for her. But Ford can really dish out that damage.
Yeah, the Vel'Koz wasn't really able to play that fight actually. Just
Yeah.
kind of got targeted immediately and couldn't get his ulti off.
Yeah, Mumu
Yep.
just kind of walked out.
Oh, Ford could be in a
Oh.
little bit of trouble. He's going to
Yeah.
drop the ultimate on himself to answer the Stinging's ultimate, and that's going to get Ford.
Predict. Baron is up now. We'll see if either team really wants to opt for it. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah,
Probably
2 TPs
prefer
up.
fight.
2 TPs up for Shadow Vigorous, and only 1 for Cosmic for a little while.
He is down mid, but it looks like they're kind of just using it as bait to make a play happen bot here.
Yeah, they're gonna get the Bimstack's gonna get the Q on to Stinging Chicken. Chicken could be in a little bit of danger. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have the capability to get away. And Bimstack picking up another kill for himself. And I'm pretty sure that charge got off on the tower.
And now they're looking for that not last, but that outer turret bot lane. Get a little bit of vision control on the map. And Bimstat looking into the jungle here on Romp. I'm not sure if he knows the Vi's there or not.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to catch to see if anyone tries to answer forward on the push. But they are just gonna get this tower for free.
Yeah, again, just a really well-timed play where there's not really an answer for anyone else on the map. Like their bot lane is just playing safe in the mid wave, and unless you want to try a tower dive, a Lulu Jinx, there's just really nothing to do with a Malphite with alt top.
Yeah, 4K gold lead here. Cosmic just kind of slow the game down a little bit. Let Alawi get 2.5, 3 items. And then I think their fights are back to being good. They need to make sure this Amumu can't just keep forcing plays though.
I mean, they've been doing pretty well, especially Twig, keeping the Amumu away with the hooks, with the fillet. He's Amumu for a while has only been able to pick up that 1-man, 2-man ultimate at best.
Yeah. Let's hope they can keep that up, because they're going to need to. If Amumu gets one good ultimate, it's going to be kind of over for the fight.
Yeah, there are so many threats on the side of Igris right now.
Yeah.
Or even if you manage to deal with the Amumu, I mean, the Lissandra is just gonna blow someone up as well.
Yeah, nice W there by P Street to catch out the bush camp, and he gets rid of the spell shield on Stinging. And now they're just gonna
You
go into
know-
full ward clear.
Mumu should have, yeah, he's about 2k gold right now. Can get most of an item here, both components.
No,
See,
nope,
I
a
swear-
full
it's
Knight's
a
Vow.
full Knight's Vow.
Wow.
Just a little bit
Yeah.
cheaper item, but he can get the full item here. So his power spike's a little faster.
Yeah, great poke there by Ford in the bot lane, making sure that Alawi just can't split push for free. Coffee Table's going to hit by the hook and engaged on here by Twig. A
He
follow
has
up by
ult, but he can't
Ash.
move.
Yeah, and that is
Wow.
going to be an Ash ultimate and a kill picked up.
All they had to commit
Oh,
was
this-
Ash ult, so it's really not bad.
Yeah.
But this is similar to the play.
Oh,
just 5
Vimsat looking
minutes
over the
ago.
wall. That's going to be Stinging
That's a
Chicken
flash.
Splash. That's going to keep
Yeah.
them away from the tower.
That's a really good pickup.
They got the pick a little too early where Dragon hasn't actually spawned, so
Yeah,
Coffee
yeah.
Table's gonna respawn. He has TP, and it's just
they couldn't get that mid tower, so they didn't actually get an insane
Yeah.
amount of value from the play, unfortunately. Yeah, just about 10 seconds too early. Maybe 20 seconds even. Lysandra has the stopwatch.
Yeah, Alawi TPing to the bot side.
Keeping that stopwatch, almost has the full thing. Should have it after the next fight, whatever happens, really.
Yeah, we're going to have I feel like we're about to have an explosive 5v5 here at this
Yeah, it
Drake.
should be a big ultimate heavy fight.
Yeah.
Lysandra kind of cut off here. Has to go around a little weird. Might E over this wall to get into range of his teammates.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty split for both teams actually.
Ford trying to clear out some
Ash
wards.
in a kind of a strange
Stinging, looking for a play onto Ford, and the Malphite
Oh,
ultimate's going to hit the spell shield, and
she
Ford's going to ult
failed.
himself. But that is a lot of damage, and that's going to be Stinging Chicken falling to Lord Coffee Table. It is a numbers advantage here for Shadow of Igris. Twig is caught out on the side. He's going to flash over the wall to get away, but a nice follow-up there by P Street to get excited.
Wow.
And now Fimstat's in the backline, but they are going to fall. It's a 3v3 right now. Brett is trying to step forward to finish off Ford, while Eviction is trying to keep Lord Coffee Table alive. I don't know if they have the damage quite to finish this. Ford going to get dropped down to less than 100 HP. Bread chasing Lord Coffee Table away. Oh, the slow from Kiwi doesn't connect. And that's going to be the Dragon for Cosmic.
That Alawi damage was massive. He just
Yeah.
blew up P Street and Vimsat at the same time.
Yeah, has
Really
that full
saving that fight.
on that fight.
Yeah, P Street falling there is so detrimental. Like, his flashes up, his cleanses up. I feel like he could have got away from Bread, and if P Street was alive, he would have been able to carry that fight because he got excited. He got a lot of his team's damage down onto the back line.
Yeah, and it honestly could have been even worse for Igris. I mean, a couple of those Ash volleys almost took out Ward and Lord Coffee Table at the end there. Could have been even more if those two go down on staggered death timers.
Yeah.
Gold looking a little more even now. As red
Uh,
side is winning the fights a little harder.
Also, that fight, Cosmic making a crucial pick there onto Ford, forcing out the Malphite ultimate to try to stop the Vel'Koz, but Vel'Koz had that spell shield to keep the damage rolling.
Yeah.
So, oh, now Vimstat looking on the Stinging, but
Getting caught up.
Vi is on the way up. Vimstat has to be careful here, misses the Q,
That was
trying to
messed
step
up.
forward on the Stinging even more, but Stinging gets that E to push him back.
They might be
Yeah,
over
Ash
mid
pushing
tower
mid
here. Yeah.
Oh, Vimstat taking a lot of damage. That's going to be the ultimate here by Vel'Koz. Vimstat's going to get dropped down to very low HP. The Vi ultimate's going to go out unstoppable, and Vimstat might just fall. But a Knight's ultimate there to try to turn the play around. Lord Coffee Table and Vixen have to try to pick up a kill, but they're not going to be able to. And that is going to be a 3v2 in favor of
Wow.
Cosmic.
Very close. I'm not sure if Lulu just came up or if he kind of thought that it was a winning fight there, but doesn't actually use it.
Yeah, there should be a 100% Baron unless a Jinx ult comes through
That's
here.
Huge play by Cosmic, and now they're basically winning the game.
Yeah, the gold after this Baron should be in the favor of Cosmic as well. And these fights were already so close when Shadow of Igris had the gold lead. I can't imagine what it's going to be like now that
Yeah.
Cosmic has it.
The Jinx ult is coming in.
And it's just not going to be able to connect. Ford going to look for a play on the Stinging. Stinging has no mana, but he's just going to walk away.
Bramble Vest on a Mumu and Malphite coming in here, opting for that anti-heal. Alawi maybe being a little too annoying.
Yeah, this
We're
has
at the
been a
point where Mumu's not gonna get any good items anymore.
No, it has to be auto attack.
Yeah, I think it's autos. So, but her W counts.
Also, I think the Ash build of going Wits End second was really smart, getting the MR and the tenacity.
MR, yeah. Oh,
Really made playing these fights way easier.
Yeah, but Jinx now at the 3 crit items.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Kraken doesn't give a crit anymore. I lied.
Yeah,
But
still,
3 items
fight
nonetheless.
For
and
both,
another anti-heal
for
item
both ADCs.
on Jinx. They're really going for this anti-heal.
Yeah.
Bimstat looking for a play here onto Bread, but Bread is level 17. Bread is such a scary target to me trying to make a play on.
I don't know if I'd make this play. I think it's a pretty big throw, actually, to try to make. I would just be hovering around mid here and waiting for him to engage.
Yeah, Stinging trying to get some poke over the wall. Only going to connect on the Lord Coffee Table. Kiwi has Twig there just in case. Now Stinging looking for even more poke. Look at the damage. That's through a massive shield there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're losing.
Saving grace
Bimstat.
for Igris is no one's pushing that bot wave.
Well, I was gonna get this top tower, I believe, though.
Yeah, Ford just can't quite clear the wave against Barons here, but Vimstat's going to look for a
that's
play
a
forward. Lord Coffee
Oh,
Table going to miss the
Alpha
ultimate
whip.
there. Now a nice ultimate there, 3-man ultimate, but gets cleansed here by Kiwi. Can Jinx get excited though? Vi's going to look for an ultimate. That's going to be P-Streak getting excited. They're looking for the chase of the flash from Twig, but a nice Q there by Vimstat to connect and continue the fight onto Kiwi. Kiwi's going to get dropped low, and that's going to be double kill, triple kill for Jinx, and that is so much in favor, but somebody has to go back to stop allowing. It looks like it's going to be Ford. While Stinging is going to try to clear the wave here, but there should be an inhibitor falling. And I don't think Bread can really
could go
keep
for
this
the
push
end
going.
Going in
That they can. I think that's why Ford went in. Ford is trying to buy so much time. Ford is going to fall though to Bread, and now it's P Street
They
Coffee
have to end
Table.
here, kinda.
Yeah, Stinging 4v1. Alawi not going to
Taking it.
reset.
Not gonna risk it. They're trading inhibs here. The play, I mean, it is a positive for them. They got more kills. If they don't get this dragon, however,
It's turn. I want it all the way 100.
awkward.
Yeah, and I think that
For it.
that should be Jinx at her next crit item. Oh, actually, no, she's not going to complete the Mortal Reminder. She's going to opt for a BF sword. I feel like you just want to take the extra crit that you can get from Mortal. A TP. They're trying to skip. This is not. I feel like this dragon's not as important. I don't know if you want to invest that TP there, but Bread is going to do it anyways.
Off at this point. They
Yeah.
should just kind of give this dragon, but it's gonna be really hard to walk into a level 18 Alawi. Like that's just kind of suicide at this point.
Yeah, this should be soul point secured here for Cosmic. But this is still anyone's game. One bad fight can really end the game for either team.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. Shadow of Igris found in the mid wave there.
Yeah, and on top of it being amazing, it was crucial. If they didn't get that,
Yes.
allowing getting that inhibitor would have just been possibly the last crack that they needed.
But Cosmic's doing exactly what they should be doing. They're putting the Alawi bot lane. They're saying we already have a wave pushing top, put everyone else mid, and just let this Alawi go to work.
Just
Yeah.
dance, just make them waste time, and you win.
They don't have Baron anymore though, so
Yeah.
Forge should be able to clear the waves pretty effectively. But Vi is on the back line, might get seen there. Got the Vault Breaker away.
Yeah, little risky positioning.
Yeah, now Vimstat knows he has the number advantage here. He knows where Vi is right now. Ford is going to still be focused on clearing that bot wave, but it's not going to be enough. While Shadow of Igris is just shoving it down mid, trying to, at this point, force a fight under Nexus Towers, potentially.
No TP on Alawi, so
Yeah,
Alawi
no,
can't
but
have
there's
the
also no TP. There's no TP on Ford either, so it's going to be a straight up 4v4 here for the attempt of the end game. Vimstat and Lord Coffee Table have to look for a huge engage. P-Street's going to get engaged on in the back here by Vi. A nice ultimate there by Vimstat to get Kiwi down low, but Kiwi is not going to fall. They have to keep P-Street alive. P-Street needs to get excited. He gets one. Can he keep the fight going? So much damage there on this Stinging. Sting is going to get brought down to half HP, while Twig is going to fall for a double kill. And now Alawi's finally backing because Ford has died. And there's so many super minions on
Back up.
the side of
has
blue.
TP. They could.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alawi's staying.
One
Alawi's
for it.
staying.
Yeah, Alawi's opting to stay. It's going to be a Nexus Tower trade for Nexus Tower trade, and Alawi is going to try to get another inhibitor.
Missing though.
Yeah, oh, P-Street's going to get spotted here by Kiwi. He has to keep the run going. Kiwi's damage cannot be something that you can scoff at.
Yeah, P Street.
Oh, now they're TPing.
Not
Yeah.
able to be in the base here. P Street might be getting caught out by Alawi actually on this flank.
Yeah. Thinging should be able to complete this inhibitor pick here, but Vimstat's going to try to push him away, and he does. But now we have P-Street on the backside of Bread. If Bread falls here, this could be quite the tragedy here. Bread is going to get flash forward to get the Tree Man ultimate and probably more. And it's so much damage onto P-Street, but P-Street's going to be staying alive by Inviction's ultimate. But Inviction is the one who falls in turn. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, and I feel like you're going to have to be pretty happy for that for Shadow of Igris.
That's the 300 CS differential top lane.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Wow.
P-Street has Infinity Edge now.
Yeah, that is not a bad trade for.
Yeah, this
At
Jinx
all.
is so strong. If you are not killing Jinx at the beginning of this fight, it's just a loss unless Alawi's there.
I mean, I think they had a kind of a bad fight last time, anyways, with the Vi flank. It was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
I just think that's just kind of next fight wins.
Yeah, it really is down to that. We have pings going towards mid lane. Looks like Shadow of Igris is going to try to make this play happen. Ford now has TP, so he just needs to sit back and clear the waves and TP when he needs to.
Oh.
Ford is actually going to
Oh.
TP, and a huge ultimate there by
Big
Vimstat and Lord
ultimate.
Coffee Table combo. Now there's a 3v5. Vel'Koz is going to have to back.
That's just game over.
Alawi
Yeah,
is
we
up.
still have Alawi. Alawi has
Yeah, that is
ultimate.
true, actually. That is true.
There
He
is
doesn't
some
have
big
flash
ultimates
though.
here. They have to keep P Street alive. If Alawi can somehow get access to P Street, this could still be in the favor
Alawi
of.
coming in really
Yeah,
good.
nice engage here. Vi is going to try to get the ultimate onto there, but
Massive
Alawi's not
damage
able to get
though.
back there.
Wow.
Huge damage there by Alawi, but P Street's going to get excited with one. He should have the damage to continue it forward onto Bread. Bread does not have any more cooldowns. That's going to be another kill picked up. It's down to Vel'Koz versus the world, but Vimstat is here. Vimstat has so
Inhibitor
much
did just
CC.
respawn.
5
Yeah,
seconds on
inhibitor.
Rush.
Inhibitor's going
Rush is
to
up there.
respawn.
Oh, and they have to-
Wow, they don't end. And there are super minions on their Nexus right now, or on their
Yeah,
Nexus
there's
towers.
so many supers there.
Now
P-Street,
the
Eviction, and
3v3
Vimstat are looking, but it's still a 3v3. The tower is going to fall, and no more.
Oh, they
P-Street's
have
going to
to
step
fight.
forward.
You have to
P-Street's
end
trying
it.
to get down some damage.
End it,
Vimstat
end it,
is trying to
end
get more. They're trying to get so much damage down. P-Street might just fall. P-Street will fall. Vimstat has
Oh.
to hit this Nexus, but can they do it? And Fiction is so close, but they're not
Oh.
going to get it. Because they haven't
Oh!
Whoa, wait! Yo, the
Wow.
void grab! No, wait!
It's
Wait!
Oh my!
Oh my God! 6 grubs
Oh,
dip.
wow.
The grubs.
Oh, wow. What an ending.
That is something.
Actually, Grubhub dub, an actual Grubhub dub. That's just crazy. Yo, someone clip that one. That's crazy. Oh
That's the
man.
easy rot.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
oh
Wow.
All
man.
right.
That's-
All right. Well.
Who's it?
Before I go, because I don't have time for the interview, but I'm assuming you still want to do the interview, I'm putting my vote in for Ford, but whatever you guys want to vote for is good for. But I think Ford played exceptionally well that game, and if it wasn't for Ford in game number 1, and honestly, the nice attempt in game number 2, and in this game to stop the Alawi split push as best as he could, I don't think they would have ever gotten to this point.
Yeah, I think game 1 just kind of solidified him for me.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm going to check out of here because I got work tomorrow. Great games by both teams. What a wonderful showing there by Cosmic. They have really got super close, and I think if we run that back 5 times, it's potential
Different results.
Cosmic
right?
winning there. Yeah.
All right, let's grab Ford real quick for our MVP interview. Giving it to Ford. Y'all got questions? We got Ford. Wait, Ford, you here?
Yeah.
Yep. What's
Well,
up,
first off, congrats on the win. What was it like in that final play for you guys there?
bro? It was the FlyQuest Team Liquid final.
It really was. Like,
Shout out to
that
our
was-
sponsor for the Grubhub Play of the Day, says in Defiance.
but really, what was your guys' idea for draft in that third game because we were a little concerned um,
Mm-hmm.
about like your guys' damage output and ability to fight, and we kind of saw that in the middle of the game there, but you guys really turned it on at the end. So what happened with that?
Yeah, we just weren't able to, I guess, do what we wanted to because, you know, we split push kind of stopped me from being able to join the team, so we weren't able to kind of play the comp like we were wanting to. But yeah, just seeing how they drafted second game, we wanted to pick a team comp that could match their team fighting. But,
Okay.
we won just, you know, simply just. Actually, I don't know how we won, to be honest. It was just pure luck. So.
You guys found some crazy angles though to win these fights. I mean, I'm thinking about that one.
You guys won down 3K, by the way. You were still down
Yeah.
money at the end. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough game. Ilawi was like
A monster.
even the
right?
smolder game. Yeah, just the player in general is just hard to deal with.
Yeah, we saw that even
Yeah.
in yesterday's game. Bread is very yummy did have 2 good games yesterday as well.
Yes, pretty crazy lane dominance there, top side.
Yeah, if I was to choose a best performing top laner so far in BTL, I think it is Bread is very yummy.
Hey, don't do coffee table dirty. He got a solo kill. He got a
Yeah,
solo
he got a solo kill, but he also ended the game down 200 CS, but did get a solo kill, and you
Plus-
can't say nothing about that. I think on Sejuani, I believe as well.
CS doesn't
Yep.
matter, dude. If,
Yeah.
if he gets a kill, he's the better top player.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was your favorite draft this series?
I think our first game, just because it went pretty smooth. I'm gonna say our first game.
Yeah, you popped off in that game.
What happened with Tavian's jungle item? What were the comps
Oh my
like
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
in that first
Bro,
game?
I think that's what brought us luck, because that was like a comedic relief, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just need
Well,
to
there
do
we
every
go.
game, honestly.
Yeah, just forget it. Yeah. What was the comms whenever that happened? Like, when did he? Because we were like, we expected him to notice in time to back, but it seems he didn't notice until he started doing the camp and it was getting beat up, I guess.
It's pretty much him apologizing profusely and then us laughing it off.
That's fair. All right, you got
Yep,
any?
hey,
You guys
came
got any
back.
more questions?
No, just great series. And
Yeah.
It was a
Congrats.
great series,
Oh,
yeah, especially with
Like,
that
Orion game
ended.
was crazy.
Shout out to Cosmic Nebula as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
they
team.
played really well.
Those fun games.
Any shout outs for your team or anybody else?
Nah, no one in particular. We all did good. We all pulled our weight.
Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. Well, I also have work in the morning, so we are gonna be calling it here. Congratulations to the to Shadow of Igris. Be sure to post in the match results. Whoever wants to do that, I'll go ahead and give you guys a ping to post that. But that was an incredible series. That's an incredible, fun way to end the night. That the fact that you guys died in the grub, killed the Nexus is insane. I really like. I knew that the game was gonna end within 3 minutes because my client popped up. I really had no idea how it was gonna go. I was like, are they gonna mess this up and then get TP and like allowing TPs
Yeah.
into their base? And because you had super minions on your Nexus towers. I was like, if they die and then you died with the next, I was like, dude, if they lose this with the enemy Nexus being at 1 HP to a TP to their base, I'm like, this will be like tilting for the rest of the season. Like, oh my God, that
Bro,
would have
if
been
Grub
crazy.
didn't win it for us, we for sure lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was so close.
So if you're on the other side, Cosmic Nebula, don't feel bad about that one because that was crazy. All right, I'm gonna throw a raid over to Prod the Prince, an old friend of mine, out there streaming and playing Helldivers, and we will catch you guys. I think we're gonna be live actually next on Tuesday. I think the game that was supposed to happen at 6 today is supposed to happen on Tuesday. That's gonna be CatGPT versus Las Cucarachas. So we're gonna see those boys hit the rift on Tuesday. And I think I'm gonna get that clip of how that game ended because our reaction was this is pretty funny because I was like, what is going on? Couldn't believe it happened like that. But we will send you guys over to that raid and we will catch you guys on Tuesday. Thank you so much to the Knights of Ishtar, as I dubbed you guys, but that is Frostbyte, DeathByVideoGame, and for Etoe for helping us with the cast today. Appreciate you guys.
Of course.
And thanks Ford for being willing to get dragged in here.
No problem. Peace out, guys.
And raid No, all right, catch up.